What's up? What's up? It's the Art the Most Experience with Deke. I'm Art the Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, bro?
Man, we are vibed out today. A little bit of a early start time, or actually later start time. It's like that in between. On Thursdays, we start on 3. We start at 3 on Thursdays because we usually have the interview. And then on every other day, we start at 4. So we're in that like weird 3:50 stance. But it's because we will be having a special guest to start the show. Jaylen Warren, Steelers running back, will be joining us at the 4 o'clock hour. Right at 4 o'clock, actually. So that is why we are starting the show a little bit early than normally, okay? So we're definitely excited about that. But other than that, bro, how you living over there, man? I see you got the fresh... That's a new hat, too, by the way. I have not seen you wear that hat before, man.
I probably haven't on the show. And the problem with me even wearing it like around my house or whenever I'm doing stuff for like Big Deke News or I'm streaming games is the green. I got a big ass green screen behind me, so that's why I haven't worn it like that much.
That makes sense.
So this is probably the first time I have worn it on the podcast. But I did get it with like a shipment of hats probably like a month and a half ago. So it doesn't feel as new to me, but you're right. I think this is the first time I've worn it on the podcast.
Yeah, man, I like it though, man. It's pretty good.
Thank you. Yeah, a little switch up in the color.
And don't mind me fidgeting around. It's because I'm getting set up since we know Jaylen is going to be calling us, unlike when we call other folks. So we got to make sure that we all button up over here on our end. But let's have a little fun how we start the show like how we always do. Let us know where you are tuning in from. After that, we give those big boy shout outs to start today's show the right way.
Well, Official Momentum starts us off with a couple super chats just saying, hey, Moats and Deke, miss y'all. Been busy. And it says, shout out to the whole Steeler fam.
Hey, absolutely, shout out.
And we know where he's tuning in from. He's here in the Berg. We got Jacob Alessio, 919 NC in the house as always.
NC.
Ryan Port, 606, Moorhead, Kentucky. What about that Pens win against the Blue Jackets? Yeah, I was there. The Robarian, 757, the Cribbage.
The Crib. You gotta love that. You got to love that.
Jar Devil, 310, San Pedro, California.
Don't you love it? It's beautiful.
Darius Mayo. He's like, man, I know exactly who it is.
Uh-oh.
What's the dude's name?
Uh-oh, here we go now.
He was tuning in from Baltimore.
Oh, yeah, I'm familiar.
What's his name?
Oh, my gosh.
Either way, we got another guy tuning in from Baltimore.
Yes.
Darius Mayo, 410, Baltimore, Maryland.
Nah, I definitely like that. Definitely like it.
Mike Lang, 336, Greensboro, North Carolina.
Let's get it.
Leah Warren, 254, Killeen, Texas.
Okay. Let me tap in here for a little bit. At 55, we'll start our first topic just to kind of ease us on into that thing. Sound good? Because we want to get it on the front end.
Works for me.
Sound good? All right. Well, we got the homie DD Smalls tuning in from Gainesville, Florida. Got Jack Weir-Sema tuning in from the 602, Phoenix, Arizona. Steve Brooks tuning in from the Crib, P-Town, Portsmouth, Virginia, in the house. Aiden Siciliano tuning in from the 585, The Rock, I'm assuming. No. That's not assuming. We talking about Rochester. I let the Rochester. You like Rochester, right? You're familiar with that Buffalo area. You like that. You know how you roll. Come on, don't act like you're like a little. Come on now, you like a little Buffalo now. But it's all good. It is all good.
Can't say I'm a big fan.
Or you can't say that you're not a big fan either. So that leaves room for perfection right in the middle. So we're good, man. We are good. And I will end it with my man John Easton. So shout out to him tuning in from San Diego, California. Do see some supers coming in. We will get to those after we hit the interview portion. Just want to give y'all the heads up on the front end because we do want to tap into this first topic though before we deep dive into everything else that we will be discussing today. But the injury report for the Steelers. Obviously, we've got the updated version that just dropped, so we want to make sure we pay a little attention to that prior to said interview with Jaylen Warren.
Okay.
Yes.
So for the Steelers, we didn't even get to go over this yesterday.
We didn't yesterday, nah.
So we got some interesting stuff. Yesterday, Najee was DNP.
Uh-oh. This makes this call a lot interesting.
Thursday, limited, though.
Oh, okay. Headed in the right
direction. So today was limited.
Okay.
Honestly, though, based off of last week, I'm good with giving him DNPs on Wednesday, Thursday.
There we go.
Give him full or limited on Friday, whatever it was. The exact formula from last week.
Whatever it was last week that worked, just wash, rinse, repeat.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Malik Reed, DNP Wednesday, full Thursday.
Okay.
Chooks, DNP Wednesday with the shoulder. Limited Thursday. Yeah, he went out in that Falcons game, came back in.
Yeah. But he only missed like a play in that game, though.
Yeah, Tomlin even said in his press conference, like, he expects dudes like Chooks, Larry, TJ to be good when the actual game comes around.
Gotcha.
But in practice, they may be a little in and out.
Okay.
Just with bumps and bruises and whatnot.
Yeah.
Larry, DNP. Yesterday, DNP.
That's pretty on par with him,
Thursday,
though, right?
Today.
Yeah, that's been pretty on par with him.
Toe. TJ.
I wonder what toe is it? Is it the big toe? Like, you ever wonder, like, what toe is actually hurting my man Larry?
He
like,
doesn't look hurt out there. He's playing pretty damn good.
Bro, I went back. I was watching some more tape because I was doing some film sessions today. And, yeah, man, I watched Larry. I'm like, bro, I don't know what they say is wrong with you, but, man, your get-off is immaculate. The way that you disrupt the backfield, man, I love it. Also, I think it was another dude. Montravis. Was it him? No. It was somebody else I want to say on that interior that was having some nice little productivity going on. Let me just
Wormley was out there?
No, it wasn't
Cam
Worm.
Hayward?
No, it wasn't Worm. It was not Worm. It
Alawali?
was Montravis. I'm not tripping.
I was gonna say,
it was
Alawali
Montravis.
didn't have his best game.
No, it was definitely Montravis. I'm not tripping. Yeah, it definitely was. Because the problem was when I looked at him, I initially thought it was Larry O, and I was like, oh, and I was like, no, that's not Larry O. That's Montravis. Absolutely. But no, man, them two dudes were really disruptive, man. I was really impressed going back and watching that again, seeing some of the stuff that they did, man. So, yeah, yes, indeed, baby. Yes, indeed.
Speaking of TJ, limited Wednesday, DNP today.
So we're going a little reverse order with the homie. Huh?
It's got to be a rest thing because Cam Hayward.
Was he the same?
He's DNP today as well.
Okay.
Not listed on the injury report yesterday, but DNP.
Was TJ listed on the injury report yesterday then?
Limited.
But Cam, you said, was not listed up there.
No. Just got to be rest. Deontay, same thing. Limited on Wednesday and then DNP today.
Okay. So then, yeah, more than likely then.
Yeah, those three guys, Watt, Deontay, Hayward, I think they've earned enough to where they can get that type of random veterans rest on a Thursday.
I would agree. I definitely would agree.
Particularly with TJ and Deontay, if they are already a little limited. I think Tomlin could see that.
I would agree.
He knows what to do in December. Give the guys their rightful rest. Wow, okay. Ravens, if we wanted to hit that real quick, we got like a minute before Warren potentially calls in. They got a ton of dudes on here. A lot of it's rest, though. I'm not even going to go over the guys that are listed with rest. Lamar Jackson, knee, DNP.
Okay.
Patrick McCary, offensive tackle, toe, DNP.
Okay. Now, no, keep going. I'm not gonna cut you off.
Deshaun Phillips, linebacker, quad, limited. Yeah. Patrick Queen, thigh, limited. He'll probably play.
Yeah.
This one's interesting. This one kind of sucks, actually. Ronnie Stanley, ankle full.
Full?
Yeah.
That is not what we want to hear. Yeah. I was not looking forward to that part.
Just stay hurt, dude. Come on.
Yeah, you can give us another week. Yeah, come back next week, baby. Because that will put Daniel back on that side, and that changes a little bit right there, man. Yeah.
Tristan Welsh, concussion, limited.
Okay.
Darryl Worley, cornerback, hamstring, DNP. Kevin Zeitler, guard, knee, DNP. Morgan Moses, just rest. And like I said, there's a ton
Morgan
of
been
other
around for a while, man. He deserves some rest.
Like
He's been around for a while.
Campbell, rest. Yeah. Houston, rest. Duvernay, rest. Tristan Colon.
Bro, Ronnie Stanley really was what the?
Yeah.
Son, that's crazy.
Why do you have to pick this one to come back?
Yo, that is crazy.
You know, if he's coming back, we need to have William Jackson back then.
Ain't that the truth? Like let's go ahead. Everybody re-up. Let's re-up. Y'all re-up. We re-up. We good to go. Yeah. I'm with you on that, baby, because that is kind of crazy.
They did say Boz returned to practice today, but hasn't been lifted from IR yet.
Yeah, Boz is ready, though. He'll be ready.
You got that inside scoop?
We'll talk later. Boz is ready, though. We'll talk later.
No lingering groin issues.
Me and you will talk later. I promise you, Boz is ready, bro. Yeah.
Drop to 65.
All right.
Practice, huh?
You'll be good. You'll be good. I got you. He's good. He'll be good, man. He'll be good. We feel good about that one, man. So we'll be good to see that. I did see the Steelers already designated him to be, or they already said that they're going to be bringing him back anyways. I did see that. I don't know if they officially
it's just all
opened the window, but yes, however they're going to do the logistics,
the red tape. You're right.
Yeah, but they have already indicated that they are going to do that, so that is good.
Really, nothing too crazy about this injury report. Chooks is, in my opinion, probably the only alarming one.
Yeah, and even with that, because he was able to come back, I remember the play, seeing him get hurt, shoulder, came back. I think it was like a play or two later, finished the game. In fact, man, I thought that he did a really good job with some of the run stuff, man. Like really showing some of that nastiness that you look for in offensive linemen. Like he was bullying some of them dudes at times, man. It was really good to see that. And across the board, I thought that our offensive line really showed some of those glimpses of not just being good, but being able to be quote unquote nasty in certain areas, man, and finishing on guys. Like you want to see that and more of that because it's a residual thing, man. Like it was times where you would play the Pittsburgh Steelers when it was pouncing them dudes. Man, dudes they weren't trying to run up on that because you knew these dudes gonna play to the whistle. They gonna play after the whistle. They gonna hit you. They gonna hit you when you don't want to get hit. They gonna do all the little extra stuff. You think about the Dallas Cowboys line during that time frame too. Same conversation, right? With this group right now, it's like, man, if you start doing that, adding that while you're developing that skill, man, it could really add to what we have here, man, and really make it a lot better as well, man. So I'm definitely excited about that part, man.
Some detractors might point to that it's the Falcons
and that's
their
fine.
Run defense and their players on the D-line kind of suck. But either way, this is still a professional NFL team.
Thank you.
And worst case scenario, this is just a huge confidence booster for them going forward.
In the words of the late, great Tunch Ilkin, R.I.P., if you can't beat the stiffs, then you are a stiff.
Right.
So
that's how it should
I want to see them look like that. Yeah, it should look like it should not look close. And at times it did not look close. At times we were mean to them dudes up front, man. And that's what you want to see. So yeah, man. For the skeptics, I get it. But yeah, that's what it's supposed to look like, baby. That's what it's supposed to look like. And yes. So couple of things. Waiting because obviously we're gonna get that in a second or two. Let's see. Did we get any more? Was there any more with Baltimore, or was that it for them?
Nothing on Thursday yet. That
Nothing
was
on
all
Thursday.
yesterday
Okay.
stuff.
So we got the Steelers updated for today. We have not got the updated version of Baltimore just yet. We will see what time they put their practice report in.
Yeah, unless they got it on their own site. If you want me to do some extra digging, or we could just wait till later.
Sure, go for it real quick.
I'll check it.
Yeah, and if he calls while you're researching it, then obviously we'll just spin the block and hit it when we done.
Yeah, not really a big deal. Okay, BaltimoreRavens.com. Nope, they don't have it up. Maybe we just do things here a little bit more efficiently and faster.
I mean, we are the Pittsburgh Steelers. I would expect us to be better than them in every regard. I think we have the better media department. I think we got the better medical department. I think we got the better greeters, custodians, cooks, parking lot people, stadium, fans, definitely the better podcast. I don't know what they talking about over there. We running that over there, though. We ain't tripping, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, everything I think of, I think that we should be better than them. So, there is no surprise that the Pittsburgh Steelers have the injury report prepared, ready to go, already at the start of the show. Whereas Baltimore is taking a sweet time. Make it make sense. Bums.
I just want to read this.
Go
Jerry
for
Ramos. Deacon Moats, what's up? Tuning in from the 951 Riverside, California.
Riverside.
He says, keep Canada. Leave Deontay alone. TG and Deke stop with the Najee trade rumors. Master Moats salute. Blessings to both
Shout
of you.
Shout out. That is pretty funny, though, bro. I
just
like
some
that.
residual
I like
comments
that.
from yesterday's episode.
Well, shoot, we
with
do got
TG.
some time, man. Let's tap into some of them, man, while we wait, because we know that if we start another topic, he is going to call us.
Yeah, I could read
And that's
some
how
of
it
the
always
super
goes.
chats.
So yeah,
if
read
you
some of
want.
these off, man. Absolutely. And another thing too, shout out to the people that did get a chance to jump on with me last night. Ended up doing a surprise pop-up premiere for the interview we did with TG, right? The full one. And it was actually cool, man. It was the first time I ever did a premiere, but we get a chance to chat back and forth live while the video was premiering live. It was pretty cool,
Wait,
man.
You got in the chat?
I did, bro. I did. It was at about 11:30 at night, so you already know what time I was on. Okay, it was a blast.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, bro. So I think it is something that I'm gonna do more of, bro.
So hold on. What is this? So after we do our show,
so think about this, right? So
you take the full TG.
So no. So we think about all the chopped up that we put out on YouTube, right?
Sure.
All that content. All I did was the full length interview, right? Instead of just uploading it and having it readily available right then,
okay,
I just turned it into a premiere. So the difference is, if it's an uploaded video, I know what you're talking about. You're commenting after the fact, right? And it just sits there, but there's no live interaction.
Right.
When you do it as a premiere, it's no different than the fans interacting with us on a live stream, But instead of it being me and you talking,
not
they're
actually
actually
live.
watching the video, and we're just in the comment section just reacting and talking with them. So it was that type of dynamic. So it was cool, man. Yeah.
Okay, you might have to let me know the next time.
Bro, I got you, bro. I got you.
I need
So
to
I was
hop
like,
in.
I was like, man, I might have to hit a film sessions drop when, like, you know what? Let's talk, y'all. All these
Ooh,
Kenny
that's a
haters
good
out here.
idea.
What's up, man?
That's a great
let's
idea.
I do got the Kenny already chopped up. I just want to let you know that, Deke. The Kenny is chopped up, is ready to go. I got a moof in there. What else I got in there?
What's the
got
title
a
of the
mink
Kenny
in
one?
there.
Kenny haters can go to hell.
I haven't came up with that title just yet. Okay.
That's my suggestion.
That was a little
if you want to do that.
That was a little aggressive. We haven't got to that title just yet, but
Kenny
you know,
haters are losers.
whatever the title is, I will let you know. I will make sure that it's aggressive enough. Okay. Yes. But no, man, it is something that, like I said, it was pretty dope last night, man, with the people that did jump on. So, you know, yeah, like I said, man, we're gonna do a little more of those things there, man.
That's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
All right, first super chat then is Official Momentum. I already read his first two. But
Let's
this is
get it.
his
Shout out
third
to
one.
Official.
It says Deke, the Integrity King. Hashtag Madden 23.
What happened? Talk to me.
Pretty accurate.
What's up? You got good news? Another championship?
We're on our way for sure.
Okay.
Madden just had a huge drop yesterday for their whole Zero Chill promo. It's like this whole holiday thing that they do every year for the whole month of December. And we got some good cards. We got some really good cards
Let's
that
get
are going to make some impact.
Okay.
They've been screwing over the Steelers theme team all year, but I think this one is where it starts to balance things out a little bit.
Okay. Wrongs have been righted.
Best card.
Situation rectified.
You'll like this one. TJ Watt, 95 overall. I'm going to put him at inside linebacker. He's like 6'4".
You had him at running back and you won a championship. So you know what? It's all good.
You got to hear me out on this.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
He's going to be 93 speed, which is
That's freaky.
really good speed.
That's
that
freaky.
could match up with
That
some
is
of the
freaky.
receivers for the God squads right now.
That is freaky.
He's going to be 93 speed, 6'4". So I'm basically going to be playing him as a safety.
Yeah.
He has 91 change of direction, and he gets this ability called Lurker, which enables linebackers to jump kind of like safeties. I've been needing this type of card since like Madden 21, and they finally delivered.
That's the ultimate cheat code. It sounds like, man. I love it. I'm glad we got
this
one.
is the type of stuff I go up against with the God squad
I hear you.
24/7. So now I might actually have something that can compete.
Yeah.
So that's
just
gonna be
think,
amazing.
man, if your skills have been that good without that, now that you have that,
I'm hoping it lives up to the hype.
all right.
I really am. And then we got a Devin Bush, like 92 overall. He's going to be like 94,
Shout out to D.
95
Bush.
speed.
Let's go.
I could throw that Lurker on him, even though he's a little bit smaller.
Yeah.
That's going to be a big help, too.
TJ is 6'4" in the game as a lurker. That is massive. Yeah.
Telling you, I think he's going to be my new user.
Massive. That's
The
massive.
defense is getting some help. Serious
I like
help.
it.
We got a Mike Vrabel tight end card. He's going to get like 90 speed.
Shout out to
That's not
Vrabes.
going to be bad.
Okay.
His route running's kind of sketchy, but I might start doing, you know how you're talking about with the Steelers in real life, getting more bigger personnel, multi-tight end sets, maybe even like 3 tight ends out there in fullback. So we got an 87 Muth. I'm going to be getting this Vrabel. They're also dropping like a low-key Zach Gentry. I think he's like 80 or 82 overall. But I just know with all these God squads, they're going to be rocking like 5 or 6 defensive backs with like safeties and corners.
So they're built for the pass where you're going to hit them with that old school approach.
Vic. I'm starting to build this new offense where I got read options with Vic. Got this Najee Harris card. He could truck over some people. And that's what I was doing actually a lot last week. But they just dropped this new Deontay card. I've been slinging it all over the yard. Making some bad mistakes, forcing it to him. But now, with this new personnel, I might be taking your advice a little bit.
Okay. No, I likes that.
But that's everything that's going on. That was a pretty long answer there. I apologize if I bored anyone.
No, that was a good answer. It was detailed.
That's why he mentioned
and it was perception. I mean, perception. Yeah. Detail. Perspective. There we go. I was like, perception. That was not perception. Yes, perspective. There we go. Definitely appreciate that.
Next, we got Official Momentum saying Ambition live at Rivers Casino.
That's coming up, right? Yeah.
8 p.m. # free show.
Oh,
you don't have to worry about paying.
See, that's a man of the people right there, man. We like that even more.
Black and Yellow Texas.
Oh, wait
Steel.
a minute. I got a call coming in.
All right, let's do it.
Hello. Yeah, what's up, man? Is you Jaylen?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Yeah, it is. Hey, what's up, man? So this
the moment you've all been waiting for.
quick intro for you, and then
3-0 on the show. Mr. Jaylen Moore. Let me get set up here a little bit. Got to get the headphones in. We are live.
All right. Jaylen, you got me over there?
Yes, sir.
Oh, all right. Let me turn you down a little bit. Hold on, hold on. There we go. There we go. All righty, all righty. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've been teasing it. We've been talking about it. In fact, he's supposed to have been on with us a couple of times, but on our end, we've had to
I got sick.
reschedule.
I'm sorry.
And we are so grateful for him being able to be flexible, to spin the block on us and come back through here, man. We are talking to Steelers rookie running back number 30, Jaylen Warren. Jaylen, man, first off, man, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I'm just living life, man.
I like that.
Living the dream.
I like it, man. And how has your just transitioning to the NFL? How's that been for you in comparison to college?
I would say, yeah, I've learned a lot, especially talking to the vets. Them kind of guiding me in like the right places, what to do. Finding out a routine for myself. You know, I know as well as everybody else does. It's a long season, so you really got to find out what's like optimal for your body to see what you got to do to perform. At your best every week.
No, you're absolutely right about that, man. And speaking of you performing your best every week, I mean, you're an undrafted dude. And typically, man, when those guys come into the league, they don't play a lot. But for you, you've been able to carve out this niche, this role, and we can see the productivity. So just talk about what has that been like for you?
I'm not gonna lie, it was really unexpected. My goal coming in was to obviously make the team. But if you would have told me I was like playing as much as I am now, I wouldn't have believed you. Coming in. So I wouldn't say like I'm shocked. I'm grateful for the opportunity. Every opportunity I get to get out on the field. But I'm glad. I'm grateful for it.
Now, have you had that like fanboy moment, chat, man, where you thinking about the person you've been playing with on Madden or the person that you've been watching growing up, and now you're actually out there on the field with them? Has that happened to you yet?
Yeah, it's actually a pretty surreal moment. Like I got boys back at home. They'll send me like they're playing with me on Madden,
Let's
and I just
go.
think that's pretty crazy. Like what the heck? I'm on a video game.
Yo, that is
Yeah,
awesome, man.
it is.
Now I want to go back a little bit to whenever you were in high school, because you're coming off your senior year, like over 3,000 yards. What was going on with recruiting? Why couldn't you make it anywhere else outside of Snow College? And I also heard that you almost just quit football. So what was going on at that time?
You said you heard I almost quit football.
I did hear that.
Yeah, during that
I saw
time,
it. I saw it in an article. Is that true
Yeah.
or false? Maybe it's false.
No, it's true, but I didn't know it was out there like that.
Yeah, I read an article.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, my homie does his research over here, man. So shout out to you getting that info right there,
Yes,
man.
sir.
All right.
Shout out to you.
All
I see
Big
you.
Geek research right
Let's
there.
go.
Nah, I guess like in high school I ran the wing T offense and I was like the fullback, and so teams like I wasn't really highly recruited because they didn't think I was fast enough, or I was called the system back. Like that was the only offense I could play. So that my grades played a part in it. I'm not gonna lie, my grades played a part in that too. But yeah, that's what happened with that situation. Had limited options coming out. Ended up choosing Snow College. Actually, the first season of Snow College is when I, planned on, quitting, because it was like after one game, I had this great senior year in high school, 3,000 yards, and I go to JUCO and I like barely play. I get like 2 snaps a game, and it was like the fourth game.
Wow.
We lost, and I had like maybe a run or two, but then I'm like, damn, did I lose it? So I'm like on the phone with my pops. I'm like, Dad, I don't think I can do this. Like, I think I'm done with football. That was probably just a high school thing, whatever. And he's like, okay, I'll come get you right now, because he's only 2 hours. I was like,
Wow.
okay, hold on, let me think about this a little bit more. Maybe I'm not ready to quit yet. Like, that's just him being hard on me, showing like tough love. That's like probably my biggest supporter in that sense. So yeah, that's the story with that. I don't think I ever like wanted to quit other than when I'm conditioning. You feel me?
Yeah,
Summer
yeah, yeah.
conditioning.
Yeah, so what changed for you there? Like, when did the uptick in production start happening at Snow? And then, because you ultimately then transferred to Utah State.
I guess I just like just stuck with it, trusted the process. Took it a little bit more serious.
Yeah, were you
That
just starting to
summer,
play better? Is that what it was? Did you, like, talk to
yeah, yeah,
coaches?
yeah.
Because when I look at you, I'm like, man, 3,000 yards as a senior, like that's most people's like career numbers. You had 3,099 rush yards and 38 touchdowns. Like, bro, that's nuts. It's nuts.
Hey, I had a really good O line. I'm telling
Like,
you, my O
man.
line. It ain't hard to run through open holes.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
crazy though, man. And going back to, just that high school time frame, what was the high school football scene like growing up in Utah? Because we obviously hear about Florida, you hear about Texas, California,
Yeah.
and all these other places, Virginia as well. But we don't really hear about Utah to that extent. So what was that even like?
I mean, it's all I know.
Yeah.
I've also heard we played out of state. Like we went to play my junior year, we went to play Centennial,
Oh, okay.
and that stadium was jumping, and they were cussing at us, calling us all these words. We're like, "Whoa, what? Like they can say this out loud?" And so, you don't hear that stuff in Utah.
Not at all.
Yeah, at all. And I remember like my senior year, the football team, we had to go around our school telling people to come to the game. We were 14-0,
What?
like one of the best seasons ever over there, and we
Wow.
were to come to the game. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I don't know. You could see in like some of our highlight videos, it will like zoom out, and you'll see there's barely people in the stands.
Man. So,
Yeah.
so then that probably was a massive transition for you by the time you got to Oklahoma State, then, where you're talking about playing in front of thousands upon thousands of just rabid fans out there.
Oh my God.
How was that
What?
for you, man? Where obviously you had a ton of success being the Big 12 Offensive Newcomer of the Year and stuff like that. So what was that for? What was that like for you?
Yeah, the scenery changed drastically. I remember we come out we come out the tunnel, and we come out the tunnel the first home game, and we're running. All I remember is like we're waiting at the gate. They let the gate out, and we're running through all this smoke. I can't even see where I'm running. And as the smoke starts disappearing, you just see all this orange. Like I've never seen that many people before. And it's such a great scene. I really do think that plays into like the home team advantage, all that,
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
that's definitely something you want to play, with.
Well, but say the energy, I'm sure you get that boost. I mean, very similar to coming out here at Acrisure Stadium, right? When no fans get to going nuts, it's like, man, you run a little faster, you stiff on
Yeah,
a little
yeah, all starts coming together.
Yes, indeed, man.
What do you think it is like within you to where you go from a place like Snow College and you transfer to Utah State and then go to Oklahoma State after there, where there's probably even just some uncertainty with that situation, and then you get undrafted going to the NFL, and then as soon as you get with the Steelers, you start popping off. Like, how do you explain this journey for you? Like, what is it like within yourself, whether it's just your commitment to the craft or belief in yourself? Like, what is it?
I do think it's like my competitiveness. You can put me in a room full of like all the talented dudes in the world, but I won't let no one in that room outwork me.
He got that dog in
Hey,
him. He
that's
got
just
that dog in him.
Like
Let's go.
Yeah, like you can name like all the greats. Like, yeah, I'm gonna be in that room like, oh my gosh, like admiring them. But when it come to work, yeah, I just like I get competitive. And it's even like I think it's like with the little things. Like ever since high school during practice, I don't take my helmet off, or I don't ever take a knee.
Okay,
Like, I don't.
okay.
Yeah, and
No,
my whole thing has always been like never show signs of weakness. So, I mean, I ain't saying that's weak. People that do that, that's just the culture we built at East.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and so I guess I just stuck with it, and I've been told that people look up to that, and I guess like people feed off each other's energy, and I'm a strong believer. Like I wouldn't say I'm a vocal leader, but I'm a leader by example. So
No,
yeah,
absolutely, man. And when you talk about those type of things, those little intangibles, right? Not taking a knee, not taking your helmet off, man, it's contagious and it's intimidating, man. When you're a defender and you're tired and you're looking at that running back and you're like, bro, he still ain't take a knee yet. He's not tired a little bit. He just hit us off for how long? Like, absolutely. And just as a fan of your game, man, you can see that you detail your work. I mean, I love watching you block sometimes, man, on some of these jet sweeps, how you're accelerating into the contact, man. Like, those little things like that is the difference between it being a 1 yard gain and these 5, 10, 12 yard gains that we're seeing. A lot of that does stem from your blocking, man. So definitely keep that thing rolling. But
yeah.
I want to talk to you a little bit about your journey to the NFL in terms of coming to the Steelers. Obviously, you weren't drafted, but just talk about that draft experience for you. Did you expect to get drafted? And then ultimately, why did you decide to come to Pittsburgh and so forth?
So, at the senior year, we played our bowl games, and you go right into draft training.
Longest year of your life, baby. Longest year of your life.
That's what I've been told. But hey, I'm definitely enjoying it in the process. Like, yeah. So, I guess like come draft day, I was going into the weekend expecting not to get drafted because I feel like, if you expect something and it don't happen, then that's how you get disappointed.
Okay,
I
a little reverse psychology right there.
Yeah, so
See,
I'm
I should have took your thoughts. I was in here arrogant. I'm like, man, I'm going early. The earliest number. That's the one we preparing for.
Hey man, I wish I could think like that, but
it hurt my feelings in there too. Don't worry about it. We was all hurt. Yep.
Yeah, it's something my pops always told me, like, when you expect it doesn't happen. That's like just how you get disappointed. So that's my mentality going into the weekend. I remember it was one day. It was like, or it was the last draft day, and it was pretty early. Like I wake up. Was the third day. I wake up. I go straight downstairs. I turn on the TV. I'm like, okay, I'm ready. Like I'm watching whatever happens, And I thought it was cool seeing these people that I knew get drafted because I wasn't familiar with the process, the NFL, until I got close to it. So I'm like, when I do get drafted, I'm like, oh shoot, I know this dude.
Yeah.
I seen him at the combine. Like I'm happy for all of them.
Yeah.
But I remember the Packers called me. It was a Packers running back coach. He called me and he's like, I see my phone ringing. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like I was showing my family, like, look, I'm getting a call. And then I answer. He's like, hey, Jaylen, how you doing? I was like, I'm good. And he's like, this is the running back coach for the Packers. I was just calling to check in on you. I was like, yeah.
It was a wellness call. Oh, don't give me no wellness call, man.
Bro.
Don't give me no wellness call, little man.
Yeah, I'm good.
It happens. It happens. Yup. That they hit me up on a Wednesday. Hey, we just want to make sure you got all the right information. Is this the right emails? I'm like, bro, you don't need to do that. Don't do that. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying,
feeling
bro.
you. I feel you on that. Absolutely.
Yeah, bro. So, that happened. The rest of the day went by. I didn't get drafted. But I always told like my agent, like my family, is all I need is a shot. I don't have to get drafted. All I need is a shot, and I'll be fine. I'm gonna make the most of it.
And then why Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. They offered me the most.
There it is.
Yeah,
Get the bag.
That was looking hefty. I was like, woo,
the bag. Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's how.
Hey, I like that, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Trust me, baby. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
And this one's from a fan here, and in relation to you signing with Pittsburgh and everything, and just you making the team. He asked, was there a distinct play or moment that you realized your spot on the team was solidified? And then what did you do, or what was that initial reaction afterwards?
I wouldn't say there was like a play where I'm like, okay, I made it. It could have been, I don't know. I don't like think like that. Like it could have been the greatest run, and I'll still think I didn't do anything. You know,
That's
like,
the reason that you've been able to overcome all your adversity. There's nothing wrong with that mindset. Nothing wrong with that at all, baby.
like yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I never thought like, okay, I made it. Like so, I mean, that's the answer to that. I just the best play is the next play. So I just would capitalize if it was a good play or not. On to the next. Yeah, I guess when it came down to that Tuesday, at 4:00, I think, and then it was like 3:51. People were like, "You made it!" Like, don't. I'm like, "No, we still got 9 more minutes. I'm not going for that. We still got 9 minutes." So yeah, until it turned 4, that's when I was like, "Wow, I actually made it."
No, I like that right there.
Did you do anything after? Celebrate?
No, I don't think I did anything to celebrate. Just like get on the phone with my family.
Man, you ain't gonna get you one of them steaks down there at like Morton's Hyde Park or something, baby. You supposed to go get you one of them big boy steaks, man, to celebrate yourself.
Yeah, I should have went out and got some food, but knowing me, I would OD with it. Once I start, there's no stopping.
No, I could dig that, man. But since you've been in the NFL now, and I mean, you've been playing in a ton of games, what has been the most challenging aspect of being a professional player for you so far?
I guess just finding a routine. Prior to being in the league, Oklahoma State, I never really knew how to take care of my body. I'll get like a 35 carry game, and if I'll be sore, but if I'm not hurting, I'm sleeping. Sleeping is my recovery.
Oh no!
So,
I
didn't do anything. They'll be like, "Why don't you come in the
get you some hot tubs, some cold tubs, some ice, some stem, some massages, chiropractic. Yeah. Take care of your body, baby. Got to do that."
And I was like, "What? I don't need that. I'm not hurt." And I think I waited too long. Realized that. So I think, just finding a routine with all that, a weekly routine has been kind of, because everybody's body is different. You got to find out what's best for yours.
Nah, and trust me, man, it's one of them things. The longer you play this game, man, you'll learn that what might have worked for you in the beginning of your career, when you get to the middle part, might not be the same, and you might change it when you get to the end of it. But it's definitely important to take care of your body, because that is your money maker, baby. Yes, indeed.
True.
Yes, indeed, man. But
I have
go ahead.
learned a lot.
Say it again.
No, I'm saying, like, I have learned a lot from the vets when it comes to that aspect. Like, that really does take precedence over, like, all the injuries and everything that comes, like, with on the field that may be aching. Like, that's, like, number one.
Yeah. And since that was the most challenging aspect thus far, let's flip it to the other side, man. What have you been enjoying the most about being in the league, man?
And I guess just having my own spot. Like, I got like own apartment.
There it is.
I just stay here by myself, and it's just.
Come say, do you have like family out here? Like, what's going on with your situation? Without getting too personal, but
I guess just being like on my own. I don't gotta be responsible for anybody else. Obviously the pay. Oh my gosh, what? That is ridiculous. Bro, what? That.
I love the reaction. I love it.
Yeah, you should have seen my face when it first dropped. I'm like, whoa.
It's all mine? All this?
Yeah, I'm like, what?
Yeah, that
Any
paycheck
big
is nice.
purchases or splurges?
You said what?
Any big purchases or splurges with your first couple checks here?
Not yet. Not yet. I'm kind of saving it up.
Smart move. Smart move. I like it. I like
I
it.
I do kind of spend some here and there though, but nothing like OD like 20K, nothing like that.
I like it. Yeah, because you do got to have that balance, though, man. You do put your body through a lot, and you do have to make sure you enjoy yourself. But, yeah, that balance is definitely important, man.
Hey, so we got some fan questions here that popped up. Ryan McPherson tells me, could you ask Jaylen his thoughts on KP8? You said you're a dog, so, I mean, could you tell if anyone else got that dog in them, too?
Uh-oh. Roof, roof, roof.
And Kenny Pickett?
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, he's a dog for sure. Like I love his play. I love playing with quarterbacks that are physical. I think. I mean, I don't know if that's smart, but I think it brings like some type of energy to the team. Like,
You want a tough guy. Yeah.
Hit. Like let's all hit. Like a pack of dogs. I love playing with him. Like his confidence. He gonna let you know if you right or wrong. He gonna let you know what needs to be done in order for things to work out. And I think ever since the bye week, we've been kind of finding that chemistry with each other. And Kenny Pickett has been a huge asset of the team.
This one's from Eli Can't Read. What running backs inspire you?
Saquon is one I always looked at.
Okay.
Bro, Saquon, yeah. Yeah, Saquon, I like backs that are like you don't know their next move.
Explosive, compact, can go 80, can run through you. Yeah, I see your thought process, and I see how you play the game. Now I'm seeing what you're putting up. Okay. Yes, sir.
They're like exactly. Aren't predictable.
I definitely like that there.
Hard.
All right, Supreme Sammy 69 says, what is your favorite thing about the city of Pittsburgh?
My favorite thing about the city of Pittsburgh, I would say I'm still like finding my way through it. I can easily tell you my least favorite
Go for it.
thing.
Yeah, go for it.
The roads.
Potholes.
The whole. The way it's like gridded out. Oh my gosh! Like, I'm scared to drive and like stick my hand out the window. I feel like I might hit a car. Like, everything's so narrow. The turns are. It's hard reading the Apple Maps. I don't know if y'all ever been here.
Oh yeah, born and raised.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I got to get used to the roads. But yeah.
That is for certain a Pittsburgh thing. Yeah, you learn really quickly.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, so we did have a couple more though, man. Before we have finished this thing up with you, I wanted to take it back a little bit though, man, to focusing a little bit more on the upcoming matchup that you got on Sunday, man, with the Baltimore Ravens. Just talk about some of the things that you see from them defensively on tape, man. Some of the things that you think could potentially be some challenges for you guys.
They do bring a lot of blitzes. As far as like they like to do a lot with their backers. They got a new backer from the Bears, Raekwon Smith. I don't know if y'all know him, but it's him, Queen. We just gotta stay on point with like our keys. We got a good plan, to pick up all of it.
Don't tell us the plan. Do not tell us the plan. Okay, I was about to say, do not tell us that plan right now, please.
I ain't gonna say no. I ain't gonna say the plan.
Because you was like super confident. You was
but...
like, but look, we got this good plan. I don't know if you know about them linebackers. I'm like, I know these LBs. Absolutely. Don't tell the plan, though. Please don't tell it all.
No. I was the offensive unit, we got a plan for it all. They like to throw a whole bunch at you. After watching film, you start picking up like tendencies that are repetitive.
Yeah. No, absolutely. All right. Well, the final one that we have for you today, man, is just talk about your welcome to the NFL moment. That moment where you're like, you know what? I'm here. Whether it was something good that happened for you, or like a lot of us, maybe it was something not so good that happened to you. But whatever it was, just that moment where you really sat back and was like, man, I'm here now.
There was I don't know if this counts because it was preseason.
All of it counts, baby. All of it counts.
Yeah, okay. It was the Seahawks, and I got like it was a good like. So I caught a little drop pass like
Okay.
damn, I forgot what it's called, but just like a little 5 yards, just a spot.
Like a little dump off, yeah.
Yeah, dump ball, yeah. And I break a tackle, and then I broke another one. But as I'm going, someone hits me. I'm like, whoa. This is how they hit in the NFL? Oh, my. Like, I get up, like, I was like, I'm straight. But, boy, I felt that. I'm like, yeah, them boys are hitting in the NFL. But, yeah, that. But I guess, it was my first game. I'm on kickoff return. So I go out and I'm like, kind of like by myself standing because I'm the off returner. It's me and Benny Snell on the other side with the back. I'm just looking around like at the whole stadium, looking at my team. And I'm like, bro, I'm actually in the NFL.
Yes, sir.
I'm playing the Bengals. You know how crazy
Yes,
that sounds? They're like,
yes, sir.
who you playing this week? And I'm saying like the Ravens. What? It ain't like, oh, I'm playing the Snakes or a team like that. Like, I'm about to play the Patriots.
Like
what?
These are the teams. Like this is what we grow up watching, idolizing, chasing for so long, and now you're actually living it, man. Like, dude, that is golden, man.
Exactly. No, 100%. And so I think, after that, and it pops up every now and then. Like we'll be in the huddle. And I'll see like the Steelers, so I'm like, wow, I'm really playing for the Steelers right now. It's just nuts.
No, I love that, man. Love that.
And we got one more. The chat would kill me if I forget to ask this one because we ask it to every player for these interviews.
This is
true. The context for this is your teammate Kevin Dotson said last year in a tweet that he could defeat a cheetah one-on-one with his bare hands, weapons or anything like that. So that's what we're asking every player. Do you think you could do that? You 1v1 versus cheetah? Like MMA, probably
it's
like,
life
cage
or
match.
death. You can't run. You got to sit there and fight. Are you making it out of there?
Y'all talking about the animal cheetah?
Yeah,
an actual
not
cheetah.
Not Tyreek Hill cheetah. That's
right.
the little cheetah. We talking the real
that's
cheetah.
The little cheetah.
Yeah, with the ones with teeth in the tail. That one, yeah.
If I could, I can't run.
No, yeah.
Dude, you gotta sit there. Yeah. How you feeling? You
I'm put one of those where I just put it in the headlock the whole time. And just,
was that Marlette?
Someone said they were just going to punch him and run, but then we told him it's in a cage.
Said he was going to headlock it. Arthur Marlette, he was the one. He said he was going to headlock it. Yeah.
Yeah, just put like a dog. Like I feel like you just put him in a headlock, and you just hold on as tight as you can.
You not worried about the teeth though?
Nah, my arms are going to be under the jaw while I'm just choking it. Because if I let go, I'm dead. And I ain't trying to die.
Yeah, you got to think the adrenaline's really going to kick in.
Yeah, it has to. It's life or death, fight or flight, man.
Yeah,
We're going to find out.
It won't let me. It won't let me. I'm telling you right now, I'm not letting go.
Let's go.
I might pinch it while I got in the headlock. Try to find its weak spot.
Oh, man. No, I love it. So the headlock, so you feel like the headlock will work and that'll get you victorious in this 1v1 versus the cheetah. I respect it. I like it. That's why he got that dog in him. See, he feel he can get out of every situation. I respect it, baby. I do. So
work smarter, not harder.
Hey, ain't that the truth, baby? Ain't that the truth? Well, yeah. Jaylen, man, we definitely appreciate you taking some time, man, to jump on the show with us, man. You have been awesome. The fans love you. We big fans of your game, man. So keep doing what you're doing, man. All right.
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
No doubt, baby.
All right, bro.
Peace. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Steelers running back Jaylen Warren. Dude, that was fun, man. That was fun.
I'm just trying to think. Was that the GOAT interview? I don't know.
I feel like we do this every time, too.
I don't know.
It felt pretty hot. Well, you know what they say? You're only as good as your last performance. So since he was our last interview, I think that was our best interview. I'm just throwing it out there, man.
Shout out to you guys for the good questions.
Yes, the
too.
questions were fire. It was
Yeah,
really
because
good
whenever we
questions, man.
posted the
Really good
picture
questions.
earlier today on Instagram and Twitter, you guys were dropping some stuff. So that's why I tried to get some of them in there. But even you guys in the chat, the KP8 question, that was a good one too. Shout out to you guys.
Yeah, man. Salute, man.
You
Good
make
team
this thing
effort,
roll
man.
too.
And Deke with the Big J journalism research, he said, yo, how did you know that? I didn't know
was
that
in an
was out
article.
there like that. Look
Yeah.
at Deke with the research. Yo. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Do what I can out here.
Nah, man, that was fire right there, baby. That was fire. All right, so what we are going to do real quick is pay a bill. So I don't forget, like, we almost did yesterday.
Yeah, that works.
Then after that, we'll pick back up, man, and keep this show rolling the way we always do. Alrighty. And today's show is brought to you by True Classic Tees. As you can see, baby, I got mine on because it is for the man that has that nice athletic build up top, but might not be as athletic in the midsection. It gives you a little more room. Talk about that margin of error. You want the margin of error in the right places. And that's what True Classic Tees brings to you, but not just with the t-shirts that they do have in all type of prime colors, which is perfect because it goes with literally everything. But they also have loungewear, hoodies, and stuff like that as well. And you know how we do. If we're going to talk about any company on this show, we talk about them for a reason, baby, because we support them, but they also have a promo code so we can help you as well. That promo code is Moats. You use that, you'll get 25% off of your purchase at trueclassictees.com. Once again, that promo code is Moats. So check them out. Shout out to True Classic Tees for supporting the culture, baby.
Absolutely comfortable t-shirts.
Bro, fire. So when I had the jersey on yesterday, I literally had the black one on. It goes with everything. Then when I want to put this on, do the white one on. You know what I'm saying? I seen you rocking under your stuff. It's like, it's fire, bro. I'm saying.
100%.
Shout them out, man. All righty. So yeah, let's catch back up on these supers. Yeah, let's tap into these supers.
Black and yellow Texas Steel.
Let's get it.
Says he's at SeaWorld San Antonio for my boy's second B-Day. Papa
Let's
Smurf.
get it.
Hashtag put the birds in the splash zone.
Ooh, I like it. And shout out to you, man, on that daddy duty, man. Love that.
Fish momentum. Haters remember, God don't like ugly.
Ain't that the
Hashtag
truth?
amen.
Ain't that the truth, man? You gonna get out of this world what you put into this world, man. You better keep that energy positive so you keep that positive flow coming back, baby. Big on the energy, man. Big on energy.
He also says, shout out to Trina and Steelers Girl.
Gotta shout them out. Come on now for the culture.
Next. Calculated Snipe. Excited for Warren, my favorite RB on the team.
Bro, let's go, man. I'm definitely hoping that you enjoyed that interview, man. It was pretty good to hear from him, man. Obviously, I talked to him for a little bit down during training camp, but that was my first time catching up with him to that level, obviously, since the season started. But dang, it was really good to hear that hunger in him, man, like to know some of the adversity that these players go through. I mean, we see certain things online, but like and like we always experience as well, when you actually talk to some of these people and get a lot more details, it's just crazy to think. Like, I'm looking at his senior season, the 3,099 rushing yards and 38 touchdowns. Bro, I could not believe those numbers. I'm thinking of
those are numbers from like Russell Show from around here. I mean, he's 5-star recruit.
Like literally
top offer.
We had like 5-star dudes from the crib, and they would have like 2,700, 2,500, and they're going wherever they want. So I'm like, how are you going to Snow
they
College,
thought he was a
bro?
system back.
What type of system produces that?
And then especially just even seeing how he runs with the Steelers, and then obviously he had
bro.
success
Like
at
the
Oklahoma
burst.
State. Like it couldn't have been that much of a system running back.
That's
back
what
then.
I'm saying, bro. And I'm like,
I guess he did say he got better.
No.
at Snow
And I
College,
get the
but,
wing T. I
man.
get the wing T. And I get the fullback position. You're getting dives and you're running down the middle of the field. So they're probably seeing every run look like a breakaway run. For him to have 3,000 yards, every run was probably like 70 out the gate, 60 out the gate. But it's like, man, you see the burst. You cannot ignore the burst. So, yeah, that was crazy. But shout out to him, man, and shout out to you, Calculated Snipe. Glad that you got to hear from your favorite running back today, man.
Joe Gerbis, he really be finishing on guys modes. Love y'all.
Yeah, man. So the thing is this, man. If you play that game when it comes to football, you're not going to be able to talk football. Let's be real. Because everything around the game of football is going to sound very questionable. Absolutely. Okay? So we're going to leave it at that. Yeah.
There's like Troy Aikman
you
clips
can't, bro. You cannot talk. You can't talk football, bro. If you do, you cannot talk.
Him saying,
what are you gonna say, bro?
Crazy shit.
Like, bro, I've seen those clips, and I'm like, I don't even know like how I would describe that in football terms without it sounding still like that. Like, yeah, that's why when you doing commentary, they're like, don't even think about it. You just talk. Don't make it weird. Just talk. Because if you start thinking like that, you're not gonna want to say anything, bro. Think about ball security. Hey man, look how he holds his ball. Oh man, he got to hold that ball a little better right there. Did he get the ball? Oh man, what's going on at the bottom of that thing? Everybody diving in head first right there. Oh man, whew. Like, come on, bro. Like, was that a headshot? Was that a headshot? Jeez, what we talking about here, man? Yeah, man. Oh, man, look at it. That came right in his face right there. Like, come on, man. Yeah, he picked the blitz up, came right in his face. It's a great job. It sounds bad. Yes. Sounds terrible, actually. This is why we don't think of it like that. I make sure I don't think of it like that because otherwise, yeah, everything's going to sound like that, man. Everything.
Just got to keep it rolling.
Just roll with it, man. Just push through it. Yep.
Ryan McPherson. Last weekend, I saw Purdue do a fake flea flicker and got decent yardage off it against Michigan. Could a play like that be implemented in the NFL? A fake flea flicker?
Yeah, it could. The thing is this.
How does that even work?
So the fake flea flicker is this. I didn't see the play, but I'm assuming if you do the handoff, and now I act like I'm going to pitch it back to you. Everybody else is still running routes, and then I just take off and run. Almost like a QB draw.
Okay.
Fake that and then go. Like I said, it could work, but you have to, number one, call it with the right timing to make sure it's schemed up at the right thing versus the right look. At the NFL level, it's really about the timing of it. College-wise, you can get away with just being a more talented team, or just with younger players, they typically aren't as consistent. So you can trick them. You can do a lot of that type of stuff at that level. But at the NFL level, it's a lot of detail that goes into it. So it would really have to be called at the right time. But yeah, the play could definitely work. But you're going to have to really catch this defense kind of with their pants down, so to speak, man, where they're not anticipating any of that type of stuff, because you got interior D linemen that are rushing the passer and guys that can win one-on-ones. And if it's a flea flicker, you're asking your offensive line to pass protect. So that's the part where it gets a little iffy. And then obviously, can they come off of that blocking what those linebackers going to do and stuff like that? So yeah, like I said, it could work, but it's just a lot of pieces that would have to go into that.
AJ Martinez, blessings to the podcast family. Moats, nah, I need to know, dang it, LOL. Blessings, Brobarian, D Brown, Matthew G, Trina. Oh, Matthew Gisner, that's who it is. That's who's from Baltimore.
That's who it was. Okay.
That's what I needed. AJ Martinez just sparked my memory.
Got it. Boom.
Trina, shout out to ex-wife Michelle, too.
Shout out to the ex-wife then, man. Nah, man.
Let's go, UW. Can't wait for the Pirates to trade Brian Reynolds for next to nothing. They just need relegated to Double-A, just a glorified farm team. # fire everyone.
What they doing over there, man?
Reynolds has requested a trade.
We just
Does
paid
anyone
him too,
blame
right?
him?
I don't blame him, but yeah.
It's just sad. This dude needs to sell the team.
I thought this was supposed to be the new version though. Like, trust this process. We had nice draft picks and stuff like that.
We should. Now we have the #1 overall pick on Neil Cruz. The whole thing
we
is
still have the catcher. He's in the feeder system still.
Yeah.
So it's like we still got some pieces down there.
Oh, we absolutely do. We have a really good farm system. We got really good prospects. We have good young guys like Neil Cruz on the team. I don't know how our pitching's looking, because at least the one thing we could say whenever we had that McCutcheon run was awesome pitchers. Like, we picked up AJ Burnett, Garrett Cole. We had some really good guys. I don't know how that is going to be right now, because I think our pitching kind of sucks.
Maybe we'll spend some money.
I don't know if we got guys in the system. I just know about all the position players in our system.
Yeah.
I never heard about any pitchers. But, man, yeah, it's just really frustrating. Like, the Pirates just tweeted out something about, I don't know if O'Neal Cruz is doing, like, Winter League or something right now, but he hit a bomb. And the Pirates tweeted about it, like, some exciting caption. I'm like, bro, can we just pay the man to make sure we can keep him as, like, a Pirate
Seriously,
for life, and maybe pay some of these players so we can continue winning? Because right now it feels like he's probably going to be on some Barry Bonds trajectory where he goes off here and then we can't re-sign him.
That's how, or at least that's how the history has been for us lately, man.
Yeah, it's a damn shame.
Yeah.
And it has to go back to the owner, because this dude's just not willing to spend.
Well, like I said, I thought this time was going to be a little different, but I'm with you. I haven't seen any change like that.
We might. Here's the thing. I was talking to my buddy about this. Now, we might hit lightning in a bottle for 3-4 years, kind of like how we did with McCutcheon, where we have good guys, we start winning, so that.
But the problem
that
is, are we
lets
going
us
to
start
actually
spending
retain
a little
them,
bit more, and then I don't know. It's probably like always a 3, 4, 5 year window, and then you got to restart the cycle over again. We're tired of that.
Yeah.
Took us 20 years to even become relevant
especially
again
when you're
for 3,
talking
4
about
years.
having
Is it going to be
Steelers-
another 20 here?
Especially when you're talking about having Steelers and Pens in the same city, man, where they're always relevant, always in the conversation. Yeah, you don't have time for that, man.
Yeah, think of
It's
the time.
tough.
They
That's-
always
come on,
they
man.
always do some type of trade at the trade deadline where they're giving up draft picks to try to bring in a decent winger or a decent defenseman that'll help us in the playoffs. Even though it could mess up our future a little bit. When you have dudes like Crosby and Malkin, good goalies like Jari or you got to take your chance and try to win.
Why you got it? Especially why you got them right now. Absolutely.
Ryan McPherson. A few weeks ago, I saw a Cardinals game with the fam for fun. I was rocking my KPH shirt, though.
There it
Cardinals fans are some of the worst in the league. Arizona, is he talking about Arizona Cardinals fans?
We had love out there. But hold on, he wasn't at a Steelers game out there. He just went to a Cardinals game.
Steeler Nation is so much better except for the phonies in this chat. I just can't see Cardinals fans being that aggressive.
I don't think Cardinals fans care to that extent. But
hey,
maybe it's different
Ryan
now,
had a different
though.
experience.
But you think about it. When we went out there, that was that Kyler's rookie year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kyler's rookie year, Cliff Kingsbury first year out there. So they were still building up the optimism and stuff like that. Whereas now, they probably do got legitimate expectations where they do feel like
they're a little on edge.
Yeah, it should be a little hostile environment. So that might be why it's different. But yeah, we were out there a couple of years ago. Obviously, this was pre-COVID, and it was for a Steelers game as well. Yeah, it was love, man. We were sitting with some Cardinals fans out there, weren't we? Yeah, they were like in our section and stuff like it was all vibe. It was a vibe.
I just don't know how much the Cardinals. This was my perspective. I didn't think Cardinals fans cared that much about
from
their
my
franchise.
perspective as
Bunch
a
of
dude,
retired people,
as a dude who was out there for a couple of months playing. I was like, yeah, they don't care about us. They do
people
not
that are
show up for
transplants from East Coast cities or
Deep.
cities up north. That's where I thought where everyone from Arizona is from.
Literally, that's
They
what it
just don't
seemed
care
like.
about Arizona
Everybody's
Cardinals that
transported from Chicago. They come from Chicago. They come from Cali.
Kind of seemed like the Jaguars.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. We signed more Steeler autographs than Cardinal autographs when I was out there. This is when I was a player. It's crazy.
With the Cardinals.
Yes. 93 jerseys, sign a 5-5. Can't make it up.
Let's go, UW. By the way, what's y'all's thoughts on the XFL uniforms? I haven't seen them.
Yeah, I have not checked them all out. Their season should be about to get ready to roll, though. Because I did obviously see where they had Hines and Terrell Buckley. They were up there doing some interviews and stuff. And shout out to Peasy. Peasy is actually coaching in there, too, man. I think
These look like created jerseys on Madden for creative team.
I mean, they got to do something different, right?
I don't think they're that good. Yeah, you're right.
Anything
any football, professional football, compared to the NFL is going to be second.
Right. Always. So it's like they go do whatever they can to drum up any interest right now. The jerseys, hopefully they hit for the younger demographic. Yeah, somebody else. I'm just glad that at least they're going to give these dudes another opportunity, though, man. Another league, man, so that way it's not the end-all, be-all if they are not at the NFL level. So I at least like that part.
Darius Mayo. Question for Warren. Best RB of all time.
Oh, we should have asked him. I did not see that.
I asked him about what RB inspires him. Maybe
he did say Saquon.
Yeah, he's probably not going to say Saquon best RB of all time, though.
Nah, I don't even know who he would go with then. Because I'm trying to think if Saquon was the guy that he likes the most right now, per se. I'm trying to think who is the most similar to Saquon all time.
Barry Sanders.
But did Barry have the power like Saquon? That's my only thing. Like, he was like crazy elusive. Then I was like Emmett, but Emmett didn't have the explosiveness either. I don't know. Maybe the next time we have him on the show, we'll ask him that question. How about that?
828 style. Warren is the next Eckler. Watch and learn.
Well, we have been talking about that in terms of his game and what in terms of accomplishment stuff. So yeah, that makes sense, man. Absolutely.
Fish Momentum says Jaylen Steelers MVP. Actually, who is the Steelers MVP right now?
Offense or defense, or just whole team?
Whole team.
I'm either going Highsmith or Minka.
Yeah, I think I'm going Minka.
Yeah.
What's crazy is we do have 2 wins without Minka in the lineup, though.
Mm-hmm.
How valuable is he actually? No, he's valuable. Yeah. He's valuable. Just a funny stat, though.
Does last week count as a win that he created? You know how we will throw TJ Watt Seahawks game where he had the strip sack, or that Bears game, and it's like, oh, that was a TJ win? Was the Minka pick to end the game? Was that a win?
Sure. Week 1.
Bengals game, definitely.
No question. I mean, he won it multiple times.
Absolutely, he did.
Like.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
See what I'm saying? Like, it's either Minka
Mariota
or
threw it right to him, but
no. Honestly, I broke that play down. That was a heck of a play by Minka, bro. Minka's not supposed to be there. Mariota
okay.
read it right.
He pulled his Palomalo.
Mariota read it right. Minka's not supposed to be there, bro. Minka's supposed to be in the half field. Yeah, he's supposed to be catching. Drake's supposed to be catching that ball in stride, 1-on-1 with Minka in the alley.
Make a tackle.
Absolutely, with about 5 to 10 yards of space.
So it was risky.
Minka jumped this route, bro. Minka was like, "Yo, I don't care about this deep half," and it was smart. It was a calculated risk, but it was smart. They're backed up, so what do you know when it's backed up? They're not going to be able to double move. They're not going to be able to hold that ball long. You don't want a holding penalty in the end zone. You don't want the pass rush to get through and sack your quarterback in the end zone. So you know if that ball's a pass, it has to come out 3-step. So Minka pre-snap, bro, he's backpedaling off. Him and Casey, it was the 3 safety look. So him and Casey, they're going deep half, and it looks like it's going to be, just a regular 2-high shell. Edmonds does a good job just moving, you know what I mean? Like making Drake have to bubble a little bit. But yeah, Minka definitely was just like F his coverage and just ran down there and jumped the route. I'm like, oh, all right. I'm glad it worked. But that was why I remember when dude yesterday on the podcast was like, yo, if he catches that, it's a touchdown. Because literally Minka is just like, yo, I don't care about anything else. I'm going to get this ball. And he jumps it. He makes the play. If he didn't, though, of course, yeah, it would have been a foot race for like 90 yards. Absolutely. Because there was nobody back there after that, man.
It's almost like Mariota needed a quick like shoulder or like pump fake or something.
If he would have did that, it's a wrap. But he doesn't because it was Mariota. Mariota just reads Edmonds sitting down, so it's zone. London behind him. Oh, this got to be too high. I'm putting this there. And sure enough, it's like, yo, all right, shout out to Minka. But that's what makes Minka do. Yeah.
I'd probably go Minka.
Yeah.
Probably would. Highsmith, I think you're right. He's probably
because he got the double-digit sacks. He got 10 of them already.
He does. I just feel like there was maybe 2 or 3 games he was a little bit more of a no-show. But across the board, he's been.
But isn't that washed
really
though? If we're saying that
Minka
missed, how many games? Minka missed 1 or 2 this year. He had the appendix 1, and I forgot the other injury he had. Was the ribs, right?
Buccaneers game.
Yeah, so he missed those 2 games. So I was like, it's a wash. 2 no-shows for Alex.
Literally no-show.
2 no-shows for Minka. There we go.
Okay, I get what you're saying. But I feel like you get what I mean. The games that Minka was there, even without
the impact
picks,
was crazy. Yeah,
right. Some of these big hits that he's laying out and stuff like that Dolphins game, I thought he was unreal too. I'd go Minka. I'm trying to even think if there's someone on offense we'd consider.
I seen people say fire move. That's the one I was seeing people say. Ryan McPherson says Pickens or KP8 for offensive MVP.
I like the thought of Pickett because quarterback, what he's been doing recently. I feel like he's got to finish out the season, though.
Mm-hmm.
If he finishes out the season how he's been playing right now, I think there's a case.
Okay.
Because with him playing good, that's got to be a huge part to why the offense is doing better.
Yeah. Who you going with?
Offense is tough. If we're doing
anybody on the O line? Anybody on the O line?
If we're doing, Daniels maybe,
now.
But I think Muth ain't a bad call right now.
Okay.
I think Muth ain't a bad. Who would you go with?
Like if we're doing just offensive MVP?
Yeah.
Y'all probably ain't gonna like it like that, but I kind of like Mason Cole, man. I ain't tripping on Mason, bro. Mason has been super consistent, bro. He's been a really good player. I like Mason.
I have no problem with that.
I was about to say, yeah, because I'm like, Moof, yes.
The other guys haven't, like, stepped up enough or have, like, these gaudy enough numbers.
So that's why I'm like
maybe if you would ask 2-3 weeks ago, Pickens is in the conversation.
Yeah.
Deontay's been dropping it too much. Najee's been too inconsistent. But it's like if Najee keeps doing what he did in the Falcons game rest of the season, maybe there's a case for him. Just like I'm talking about with Pickett.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I said, I'm just going to go with the most consistent player that I've seen from start to where we are right now, and that has been Mason Cole. So I would go there. He's been healthy. He's been available. I think he missed what? Maybe was it 1 game he missed?
I don't even know if he was it at the middle of the game too? I don't remember him being out before.
Because we were joking about like who was going to come in, and you were like, "Yo, is it going to be Green?" We're like, "Yo, he's not even dressed."
I remember
so
Hassenauer had to get some time for one of these games.
Yeah, so like I say, so at least with him, he's been super consistent. But like I said, it's not sexy. It's not a nice like, oh yeah, I like that pick. But yeah, our offense has been gradually improving, and it has gotten to a point where now we're like, hey, if y'all guys do this, it makes it a lot easier on us to pick an MVP. Prior to that, as you can see, it was not so easy. Yes.
Okay, we got Fish Momentum. Tell Jaylen hi and tell him to pull up on December 23rd. Actually, that would have been amazing. That would have been amazing. Fish Momentum.
Yo,
we might have to do that at the end of every interview now.
That
Fish
is
Momentum.
hard. That
Just
is hard.
Telling you to pull up to the rivers.
That is hard.
That'd be awesome. He'd be like, who?
Yeah, I'd be like, what would you be? Yo, just know, man. Just pull it rivers. Ambition the kid. All right, that's all you need to know. Ambition from Pretty Ricky.
Fun 6000. Just want to show support. Gonna watch this back. Keep up the good work. Hashtag Sabotage 7.
There it is. There it is.
Fun 6000 has joined the Truth Crew of the Sabotage 7.
Oh, that's what y'all call yourselves? The Truth Crew.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Y'all got a little cool little nickname over there, huh?
New little, yeah.
Ooh,
little nickname.
ooh, the Truth Crew. Hey now.
Straight facts. Ryan McPherson. This was a good interview. Or that was a good interview. Objectively speaking, Yins are a good duo at this straight up. And analyzing and interviewing. Best Steelers show around.
Man, we greatly appreciate you from the heart. Absolutely, we appreciate you.
That was just a really nice compliment.
Yeah, man.
Fish Momentum. B-Day shout out to my Uncle Regis from WTAE.
Shout out to Uncle Regis then, baby. And happy birthday. Absolutely.
Benjamin Butts. Man, I hope Joe Burrow retires early like Andrew Luck. Lots of Cincy fans around me been talking crazy lately. Go Pittsburgh. Love y'all.
There it is.
Yeah, if we're saying stuff like that, you know the dude that we want to retire early is probably pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't be the worst thing. I feel like Burrow's going to be
around
a
for
Brady
a while.
type of guy.
Yep. I was like, I do not see him being an early retirement. Mm-mm.
Fish Momentum. As long as one of the big things for Luck, though, and they had that big ESPN article that came out. One of the big things for him, though, I think was just those injuries.
Yeah.
Just really piled up for him.
Trying to think. Could have sworn I saw something about him where he was saying like he felt he retired still a little like too soon, or he wish he would have done it differently or something like that.
I think he mentioned the timing, so maybe he could have let them know earlier because it was literally before preseason game.
It was like they were out there. Yeah. Because they booed him at halftime. Remember when he was walking in? They was booing him. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think a lot of the injuries played a part of it. It gets a little deeper because I read part of the article or most of it, and he was talking about like how from an early age football was his destiny, so he never really got a chance to explore himself and like what he really wanted to do. He was just always doing the right things. Like even if he was hurt, act like you're not hurt out there. Play through the pain. Do this, do that.
I know it.
He never really had moments to himself where he's just like, what's best for me? Do I want to keep doing this?
That sounds all right.
That was part of it, but I do think, honestly, if he wasn't getting injured the way he was, he'd still be playing right now. Yeah. Because it was bad. He's like, dude, the pain I was going through. He couldn't throw. Like, he literally, he felt like he couldn't throw for like a full season, and it took him forever to rehab. And then he finally got back. He went off. He threw for like 40 touchdowns, I think, in his final season. But then I think he got banged up again, and he's just like, I'm so sick of this process.
Yeah. No, man, when you going through that rehab, man, it is grueling on you mentally and physically, man. It puts you in some dark places, man. And when you're able to get out of that, for it to be another major injury after another major injury after another major injury, like that can drain on you, man. Absolutely. So, yeah, definitely hope he's in a better place now from that, and health-wise he's better. But, yeah, that is always tough, man.
It seems like it. He's got a kid, focused on the family, goes fishing every day.
Oh, hey, now.
He's just chilling.
He goes fishing. I go researching every day. All right, well, hey, there you go, man. Teach their own.
Fish Momentum, pick one. 10-7, 9-8, or 8-9. I'll pick 10-7.
All right, yeah. What are we picking this about? 10-7. Not messing. I'll probably go 9-8. What say you though, Official Momentum? Because you didn't say what you was picking. You just asked us to pick, so you need to pick what you picking. Yeah.
Fish Momentum, Deke, owe me one. Rivers Casino, hashtag ambition interview.
Deke was actually there. He was in the building.
That's what he's talking about.
He was actually there. Mm-hmm.
That was a tough look, huh?
Yep. That was definitely that.
For me to be there.
And for you to actually like talk about it on the show. It wasn't like you talked about it to me off the right. It was like live.
Yeah, but that just goes to show that I genuinely forgot, because I wouldn't be bringing it up if I was down there and I knew and be like, I'm not going to the ambition
Deke
concert.
was like,
no,
man, I was down at the Rivers,
I genuinely
bro.
forgot. I would have pulled up.
Way.
I would have pulled up if I remember. Okay, next one. Where we at here?
Should we Joe Gerbis? Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Master Moats and Deke.
What's happening?
Dr. Deke, do you
hey
think
now.
if Canada resigns, he would implement 2 running back sets like the Packers, like the stream, y'all for real? Wait, if he resigns, resigns
I think he's saying resigns. Yeah.
for next season.
I don't necessarily know if he would. I know the Packers, they definitely try to do that with A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones out there. But yeah, I'm not sure. Because part of it, like I said, I'm not a fan of 2 running backs because I do feel like it's going to tell or limit you in certain areas in the sense of if it is Najee or Jaylen with Derek Watt, I'm not worried about anybody coming up to him. He is going to be blocking them off. You know what I mean? Whether it's a D lineman, a linebacker, a corner, safety, like he is going to win. His track record shows that. You watch him in Atlanta game, it shows that. You watch him anytime he's been out there this season, it shows that. But that's what he's designed for. If it's Najee and Jaylen Warren back there, now I'm playing the game of we're either exclusively throwing the ball, which is a tip for anybody on defense. So now, typically when you get 2 running backs, we call that Queens personnel, we go nickel because we're not worried about the running because is Jaylen Warren going to lead block for Najee Harris? Most teams are not doing that. And the alternative is Najee Harris going to lead block for Jaylen Warren. Yes, Najee has the size of that, but Najee's the first-round running back. I don't anticipate them putting the first-round running back out there to block for the undrafted running back on a lot of occasions. So that's kind of the dilemma that you run with that. So I personally don't think we'll get a ton of that. I think that they might sprinkle it in on occasion, but I don't think it'll be nowhere near to the extent of what you see in Green Bay. And even at times in Green Bay, when they're running, it's like, man, that's different. It's working, but you got to have 2 dudes that are really committed to that. Like that takes a lot, man. That takes a lot. So I don't know how much of that we would particularly see next year if that were the case.
Tyler from the 334.
Shout out to the 334, Tyler.
Everything coming together at the end of the season, just like Art Moats been preaching.
Uh-oh.
While we've been complaining. Hashtag 10-7, hashtag jet sweeps, hashtag Air Canada.
Oh,
Air Canada. I like that.
Air Canada. Air Canada.
We need a deep bomb.
He's been dialing them up.
We need a deep bomb.
He is definitely
So I'm stealing that
been dialing 'em
caption.
up.
That's amazing.
Air Canada. That is pretty funny, man. And the jet sweeps, yeah, man. But dude, for a fact, I was watching that tape again, man. I was like, yo, why is Jaylen Warren like his acceleration on these jet sweeps? You would think he's running the ball. He's just accelerating to go block somebody. But he springs these dudes every time, man. He's always like the lead blocker on this. I'm like, yo, I like when you're the lead blocker. Not when Kenny Pickett's the lead blocker, but when it's you, I like that.
Yeah. It adds up with what he was saying in that interview.
Yeah.
Chow to the corn. Overall solidification of the O-line will be the biggest key factor for the next 5 years. KP8 and Najee's success highly depends on it. Sorry, Moats. Scary Movie 2 doesn't surpass the OG. Much love to all.
All right. Well, you know the first Scary Movie is epic. Let's not get it twisted. What you doing? Nothing. Chilling. Killing. Come on, man. That movie's a classic. I love it. Deke don't know nothing about that, but it's fire. Absolutely. This is your brain on drugs. I'm sorry. I actually might have mixed them up because that part is actually in part 2, but in part 1, definitely the screen part. So shout out.
This is a good one. 828 style. Center and the right side of the O-line or the MVP?
Fair.
Left, all penalties.
Also fair. Yes, the right side. When you talk Mason, James Daniels, and Chooks, bro, they have been like really good, really consistent, like lights out. Left side, yeah. Between Dotsie, you getting some of these pre-snaps, some of these post-snaps with Dan Morris either going to be maybe a perfect rep, maybe a not so good rep, or maybe a flag. So yes, I can feel what you're saying right there. But as a whole, they are improving together, and that is important. As long as we're getting it where the majority is passing, then we're good. O-line is one fill, all fill. All right, so we got to just keep them in the right direction, man. Keep them in the right direction.
Chooks worth the money so far?
I would say, yeah. Yeah, I would say so.
What was it?
He's in what,
10, 11, or 12?
Yeah, I think he's what,
around
10
there.
Yeah, because he got, what is he?
He definitely got
30?
double digits.
Yeah,
I can't remember
think
if
he
it
was
went as
getting,
high as 13 though. That's my thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how they structured it, but I thought it was like 10. I thought it was like 10.
I'll check it real quick. Let me read this.
Yeah.
A couple of these super
Yeah, but
chats
to
real
me,
quick.
but no, you can go check out. 'Cause
All
I was going to talk a little bit more. With Chooks though, I do feel like his ability of not just the pass game, because that has always been one of his stronger points, even when he was coming in as a rookie. And we talked about him playing against Von Miller, Denver Broncos, and that was his first start. And we saw how he was able to successfully protect against a guy like that. And we knew that was going to be one of his strong suits. But the thing that's impressed me more is how he's been just growing in the run game, the physicality. Like I talk about some of that nastiness, really driving guys and finishing them, man. Like that's the type of stuff when you're talking about offensive linemen, the good ones, they do that type of stuff and they do it consistently. And he hasn't been heavily penalized either, which is also something really good that I've been liking about him as well.
Okay, we got the contract details.
What we talking
Better
about?
than I thought. What threw me off was the cap hit for the next 2 years. His cap hit's 13 and 11.
Oh, because of how they sign a bonus probably.
Right, because
Yep.
right now his cap hit's only like 4.3.
Mhm. So
Average
big sign
salary
bonus.
per year is less than 10, 9.75.
Oh, sweet. All right.
3 years for $29 million.
I thought he was 31. I thought he got 31 on it. 29. Okay.
Yeah, even better.
Yeah,
That
absolutely,
works.
man.
I mean, we gave James Daniels
yeah.
$8 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably around the going rate for just a really good offensive lineman.
Mm-hmm.
And Chooks is
He's playing really good, man.
right.
He's playing
We
good.
may have signed him at the perfect time, and that's
Yeah.
what we talked about. Where we would have liked a little bit more from Chooks in his
Mhm.
first however many years with us.
Yeah.
But we're signing him where he's still young and he's supposed to be hitting his prime.
Yeah, because he's definitely improving as the season goes off. Like I said, to watch him in that Falcons game, man, it was really good to see just that type of stuff showing up more and more consistently now.
Fish momentum. If we make the postseason, how far will we go? Two things. We got to make the postseason first.
Mm-hmm.
Second thing, once you're in the dance,
Anything
can happen, baby.
Anything can happen.
Anything
then.
can happen.
Yeah.
You know where my eyes are set
Come on, man. All we got to do is get our
That
ticket.
Lombardi.
Listen, you get a ticket, you can pull the baddest one in there. It don't matter. I just got to get in the building. That's it, man.
Fish momentum. Moats, bring your wife. Hashtag Rivers. Hashtag Deke babysitter.
Oh, Lord. Deke went from no kids. You gonna watch my 3 hellions? Oh,
No.
Lord, Deke. I would not do that to you, man.
Nope.
I care about
I
you
would
too
say
much,
no.
Deke. I care about you too much. Between Faith and Gray, yeah. I can just see it now. We be around the corner. You be calling me up. Hey, bro, you gotta come back to the crib, man. This ain't gonna work.
Remember how I said yesterday when one of the dudes was going to send me the Vermont shirt?
Uh-huh.
And I said, just don't
Just
send
don't
me.
do it. It's, yeah.
So, yeah, I'd say this. Just don't ask me.
don't-
No, the answer's no.
Don't put me in that
don't even do
position.
that.
Just save yourself. Save me. Let's not waste everybody's time. Yeah. That's funny, bro.
Ryan McPherson, I just want to say shout out to Seven for getting us that win against Baltimore last season. They got us in the playoffs.
No facts.
Favorite
man.
player of all time for me, BB7. It's a nice comment. Just some 7 appreciation right there.
BB.
Big
Bring
Ben 7.
back 7 or Big Ben 7. Okay, I
Big
was
Ben
so
7.
lost. I
Or
was
bring
like,
back 7.
was
I
like,
don't mind
bro,
that
what
one
is
either.
BB7? I was over here really going through it, man. Yeah, it's one of them
That
things.
confused you right there.
You saw how quiet I got, right?
I was wondering what was going on.
maybe I researched a little too much, Deke, because I was researching the heck out of that BB7. I'm like, bro, what the heck, BB7?
Trying to put the combination together.
I did, bro. I was like, yo, what is this, man? But we good now, man.
That is
we are
it
good.
for the super chats right now.
All
We're
right,
all
so
caught
yeah,
up.
man, that is perfecto. Let's see which graphic I have up here. No, not Jaylen. Steelers versus Ravens preview. Let's finish this thing going up, man, the right way, the way that we always know how to do it. And while we are doing that, make sure you all hit the like button along with subscribing to the channel if you have not done so. And that notification bell, so whenever we're going live, interviews, premieres, any of that content, y'all will get it, all right? You don't want to miss out.
Yeah, help us help you.
Yeah. That's like my line. You know, like, hey, help me help you. Let me help you out. Help me help you, babe. Come on. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, Steelers, Ravens, Sunday action. And I'm excited about it, Deke. I happen to be excited about it. Let's start this thing off talking about some of the advantages that I think us good guys shall have in this particular matchup. And we've obviously talked about this, and it's still ongoing, and everything is still playing the way it's supposed to. But the fact that this team is going to be without Lamar Jackson, man, or all signs are continuing to point in that direction. And please update me on the injury
I'll
report
do it
if
right
they
now.
have that. That is really promising, man, because we obviously understand what Lamar is capable of. We understand what type of player he is, but we also understand the drop-off that you're going to get talent-wise if Lamar is, number one, compromised with a knee injury, that's what he's dealing with, or the alternative, which would be Tyler Huntley coming out there. I do feel like we will be able to take advantage of either situation. And if it is Tyler Huntley out there for 4 quarters, I strongly believe we are going to leave out of there with a turnover or 2 from him. And that is the thing that I feel like we're going to really be able to take advantage of.
Hell, even when it was
man.
Lamar, we
Absolutely,
were averaging
man.
like 2 or 3 turnovers
Absolutely.
against him whenever he was leading the team against us.
Absolutely.
These last, 3 or 4 games we played him.
Mm-hmm. So that's definitely something that I think, just coming off, regardless of if he's going to be out there compromised or if it's Tyler Huntley, I just feel like that's going to be a huge advantage for us.
You ready? I got an official update
What we got?
on Lamar Jackson.
Let me hear it.
DNP.
Run it up, run it up, run it up. Obviously, we'll see what tomorrow entails, but those are double DNPs along with all of the reports about the injury that he sustained last week. And that is why everything is pointing towards him either not playing or playing very compromised, so to speak, or a compromise in some way, shape, or form. The next thing, though, or next area that I think we will be able to take advantage of them in is the play action pass game. When you watch them, man, they're talented. They have names across the board at all 3 levels, but at the same time, the passing game is where they tend to give up the yardage. That's where you can have success on them, man. And I really feel like when you're doing it off of the play action pass, because it just makes it a little bit more defined, gets those linebackers up, and just the way that they like to play their defense, they're aggressive. But when you can get them on different levels with different levels because of the play action pass, it just opens it up, makes it a lot easier for teams to have success in that vein. And that is something that I think we're going to be able to continue implementing. And some of the stuff that we've been having near misses on, those are some of the things that I anticipate us actually hitting on and starting to hit on a lot more consistently, because it's one of them things where when I first implement it, or if you first get this information, it's like, all right, you see it on tape, cool, but you don't believe it. You go out there, you walk through it, all right, cool, but now you got to go do it in the game. You do it in the game, and it's like, dang, we missed it. How did we miss it? Because it happens a little bit faster, or you just didn't see it as quickly.
Timing's a little off.
Absolutely, but now it's been a couple of weeks of this thing. Now we got a couple more opportunities on tape where we're like, hey, you hit this one, you hit that one. This was another near miss right here, but it wasn't because of this, it was because of that part. Those are the things where I feel like we're not going to deal with a ton more of the near misses. I feel like that's going to continue to minimize itself just naturally as these guys get more confident with each other, more comfortable with each other, and just more comfortable playing at the NFL level. And I do feel like that's going to be something that we're going to be able to take advantage of. And then the third thing that I think we're going to really be able to, I did say dominate initially, but that was before we got the updated injury report. It's the pass rush.
Well, I even got another update. Maybe he tweaked something because now he's downgraded to limited. Ronnie Stanley. He was full yesterday, now he's limited today.
Okay.
He's tweaked something.
All right.
Went a little too hard in that full practice.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the pass rush element is largely dependent upon Ronnie Stanley's availability. If there is no Ronnie Stanley, and they're going with, I'm going to butcher his last name, Daniel Falele, I think that's how you say it. Yeah, the new young tackle out of Minnesota. If they're going with Daniel Falele at left tackle and Morgan Moses at right tackle, I love it for us. I think that we will win a lot. I think that we'll have a ton of success in terms of just getting after the quarterback. Whereas if it is Ronnie Stanley out there with Morgan Moses at right tackle, that's just a more formidable duel because Ronnie Stanley is just a really good player. There's a reason why he got paid what he got paid and things like that. But I still feel like we will still have success in certain elements because the interior part, man, I think that Cam is playing at a very high level. Larry Ogunjobi, his get off is going to present issues on the interior part of that offensive line. And we will see what the health is of TJ Watt. But the best thing or worst case scenario is he's going to attract attention. So that will keep the opposite sides from having all that attention as well, man. So I do feel like we should be able to win in that pass rush game. But yeah, Ronnie Stanley's availability does, move the needle in certain elements there.
You bringing up the Ravens interior on their offensive line got me thinking because remember our talks about Linderbaum.
Mm-hmm.
A little undersized. He's actually having a pretty good season.
He is, though, yeah.
Will we have moments, though? Cam Hayward or Ogunjobi?
That's what I talked about.
They dominate him a little bit.
Yeah, we will see, because the thing is this, man. And when you watch Linderbaum on tape, undersized, yes, but very fundamentally sound. And that's the area where he's able to kind of offset it. But the good thing for us, not so much with Larry. Larry's still very fundamentally sound, but like Cam is a technician. You watch Cam, man, it could be 100 reps. All 100 are going to have the same foot placement, hand placement. He's so repetitive, and that's what makes him, TJ Watt, Minka, why they're such dominant players, because, like, man, they are so consistent. It's like, man, you don't ever get, like, a bad step. You don't ever false step, bad eyes, bad read. Like, geez. So that's the guy that I do think will be able to have some of that success. Larry, I think Larry's quickness, though, with his size, could make it intriguing for him, because when Larry gets vertical through a hole and he starts skying his hand for the rip, it's just hard for dudes to stop his momentum. And you see how even that was about to sound kind of bad too, huh? That's why I don't like talking like that. See, who was that started the show talking about that question? Yeah, see, man, this is why now I'm over here like super hyper conscious about everything I'm saying as I'm.
It's
talking
probably the
about
research too. Maybe it's got you paranoid. Or something.
It's probably both. You're absolutely right, but it's just like, yeah. So that is that.
Hey, with what you were talking about with our pass rush, though, I'm with you. Like, even if Stanley plays, I think we should still have success.
Yes, we should have success.
Particularly with them having Huntley in and not Lamar Jackson. I think that's going to just change their offense dynamic a little bit. And Highsmith has been going up against good left tackles.
Listen, Highsmith is going to have some success. But the thing is, I just view Ronnie Stanley. If Ronnie Stanley is healthy, I don't feel like Alex Highsmith has seen a tackle as good as Ronnie this season. That's what I'm saying. Because to me, Ronnie is one of the better or best tackles. Obviously, you got Trent Williams over in San Fran, but I look at Ronnie in that same class. He ain't seen that just yet. He's seen some good guys, but Ronnie to me is just in a certain class by himself. So that was why I said it like that. But at the same time, we also know that he's dealing with something that is keeping him from being a 100% full participant throughout the whole season.
Ankle.
So at least in that regard, we know that he might be compromised in some way, shape, or form. But it's kind of like when you talk about TJ Watt being compromised. How many injuries does it take for TJ Watt to look normal? We talk about him having a pec, a knee scope, and a rib. And now we're like, all right, he still has impact. It's just not a crazy impact. That's how I look at Ronnie. I'm like, okay, it's the ankle. Is there anything else he has going on?
It's definitely going to be an upgrade over Pelele.
Yeah, bro.
Whenever I was watching last week, he was getting cooked.
Absolutely. But that's the whole thought process with it, man. So that's why, to me, I kind of speak on it a little bit differently around him specifically because of how good he is. The rest of it, I'm like, nah, man. The rest of it, we should have success. Morgan Moses, good player, but he's older now. TJ, at this stage, even not fully healthy, should still be able to have some success right there.
This got to be the TJ game. At home, Ravens.
I don't know how healthy he is. That's the problem, bro.
Dig deep.
Last week he was digging deep, bro. I didn't think he was going to finish last week, bro. He had one play where he didn't get the TFL, but he like went for it or whatever. It wasn't on the Mary over. It was actually third quarter, I think it was, man. And he was so slow getting up off the ground. I'm like, bro, TJ, just go to the sideline, bro. Like, you ain't got to prove that, man. Just go to the sideline. And I'm thinking,
it's probably more of the ribs now.
And that's what he went. He grabbed it, but it threw me off.
That's the unfortunate part. That's a new injury. It threw me off because he landed on the opposite side. I'm like, bro, you held that, but you landed here. So I ain't even know how that even works. Didn't he say he hurt the ribs in like the last play or two of that
he said
Colts
somebody
game?
Chipped him. Yeah, he's like, he got chip blocked.
Just like in the preseason game against the Lions. That sucks.
So it's like, he digging deep, but you can see he is grimacing, man. And with the ribs, because of where it's located at, you're always going to feel that, man. Everything you do, you're going to experience that. But those are some of the advantages I think we will have. Some of the challenges that I think we'll have to just be more in tune or more aware of. Number one, it starts with their rushing attack, whether it's Lamar or Huntley. We've talked about that, whether it was last week previewing the Falcons, highlighting how they're so similar to the Ravens and how they're not as good as the Ravens, to even now where we've been talking about it. And it's like, yo, you have to stop their rushing attack. When it's Lamar, you have to stop the rushing attack. When it's Tyler Huntley, it's even more of a premium or more importance to stop the rushing attack because they are very consistent with this thing. They're very intentional with it. They are designed to run the ball. And they do it in a way where it's a lot of smoke and mirrors, where it's a lot of different ball fakes and stuff like that. Very collegiate-like. But they operated probably the best that we've seen at this level and most consistently as well. So that is something that we're just going to have to be buttoned up for. The next thing, though, that I think that they could have success in, it is funny, man. We said that they're kind of like the copy of us, and they're trying to do things that we do. And I'm like, yeah, I can see where, not with Tyler Huntley maybe, but at times their play action pass has been successful, especially when you're talking about Mark Andrews and what he brings to the table. And when I think of us at times when we struggle, the play action pass, man, it can get us at times. So that is something that is more so just don't allow a chunk play off a play action pass, because to me, I think that's the only way they're going to realistically be able to move the ball like that on us. I do feel like we're going to be buttoned up against this run, but man, their play action pass game, it could just be tricky because of us having to put so much attention on the run that it could leave some one-on-ones with a Mark Andrews. And he is one of those guys that can dominate a game in terms of one-on-ones if you allow him a ton of that. So that's just something that we got to be buttoned up with. The front seven has to win. If the front seven could do what they're supposed to do, it would take a lot of that pressure off on those play action passes. If we got to keep walking a guy down in terms of his safety, staying in base and stuff like that, then yeah, the play action pass is going to have better matches, because now you're not going to just be able to say, hey, safety, you take that tight end right there. It's going to be, all right, is it Bush? Is it Spillane? Is it Jack? Oh, and you're reacting to it. You're not just keying on it. That's the part that can really make it challenging. So, like I said, we got to be buttoned up.
Sense.
Yeah. And then the last thing for me, man, was in terms of a disadvantage, just their run defense, man. They're physical as heck at the line of scrimmage, man. We talk about Roquan Smith. We talked about Patrick Queen. You obviously heard Jaylen Warren talk about those guys as well. You could hear he was like, "Yo, we got a plan for him," but he mentioned them. He was like, "I don't know if you know about them linebackers." I was laughing to myself like, "Bro, you don't know if I know about Roquan Smith and Patrick Queen." I didn't want to like OD and be like, "Yo, they are nice," because I'm like, "Yo, you're playing them this week, and we know."
No, I think that was just him coming off.
But it
as
was
authentic.
so funny.
That's how he was the whole interview.
Super authentic. But it was so funny. He's like, "Yo, I don't know if you know about them linebackers they got over there." So yes, those dudes, man, they fly around. They're really good against the run, man. They have the personnel for it. They have size. They have speed. And like I said, they play with a certain demeanor. They're very similar to us in that vein, right? But that's the thing that I want to see. Like we talked about, people critique the performance of the offensive line in the running game, and we'll talk about how it was the Falcons and stuff like that. Well, this is another test in that vein. A big test. You ran it against the Falcons. You ran it against the Colts. You ran it against the Saints. We talked about all three of those defenses and how, yeah, we felt like we should be able to do that. We thought that we should have an advantage there. Well, this is one of those ones where you're not going to just walk off the bus and have this clear, defined advantage. But now we want to see, can you rise to the occasion? Can you win those one-on-ones up front versus Jason Pierre-Paul versus, man, they got some big bodies in there. Calais Campbell. I was about to say, that's a big dude. Travis Jones, you remember him out of UConn, man. Obviously a dude that we were really fond of throughout that process. But yeah, he's in there. And then you talk about not Jason Pierre-Paul, but Justin Houston on the outside as well, man. They got, like I said, size. They have veterans. They have pedigree. So that is going to be something for us that we're going to get a chance to learn a little bit more about our group up front, man. But like I said, that will probably be the last area where I would say there should be large concern or just thinking about how they could challenge us in a certain way. But like I said, man, that's kind of how I view it in that vein. So yeah, man.
Going off your last one.
Mm-hmm.
And then even going back to whenever you're talking about the Steelers having some play action success on offense.
Yeah.
I want us to do exactly what we have been doing these last 4 games, but it might be tough sledding against this Ravens defense. I hope we stick with it, and maybe in the third and fourth quarter we wear them down enough because they have some of those veteran guys on the defensive line that we can just run it out, and it's just more of a we took care of business, essentially. It doesn't have to be as tight or as back and forth or us biting our fingernails as it has been against the Falcons and the Colts, particularly with them having like a Tyler Huntley on offense.
To me, the way I can get to that, if we connect on, because
this is what I was going to bring up. I think Pickett, no matter what, no matter if the run game is going or not, bro. He's going to have to step up this game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's going to have to be to the point of passing it 30-plus times, 35-plus times. It's just going to be there's 2 or 3 throws, 4 throws.
It is
we need
literally.
You. We're going to need you.
That
and I think he's going to deliver.
Watching
Kenny
the Ravens,
Ice.
watching the Ravens on defense,
Kenny
watching
Clutch.
us last week against the Falcons. That's how I see it going, bro. Like literally, I said we're going to get us a turnover or 2 on defense. That's going to help us out in a major way. We're going to have his probably 3 plays, bro. It's going to be 3 throws.
Kenny Clutch.
3 throws. One's going to come off of play action.
Keep a drive going, third down.
One's going to come
it is.
off of play action. We're going to drum up a shot early off of play action, though, because of how run heavy we are. That's why you do it, and that's why it's always available.
It could just be literally the final drive.
Yeah. Like one or the other. I just feel like he's gonna have a couple of those he's gonna have to make, because you're not gonna just be able to run against Baltimore for 4 quarters and dominate them in that vein if the score is close. You got to do something to make them chase. And for us, man, we should be able to do that. It's gonna be tight though. It's gonna be a tight game, man. It's definitely gonna be tight. But to me, man, I can just see it, man. Kenny got a hit on that play action pass. I don't care if it's to Deontay. I don't know if it's to Pickens. It's gonna be an opportunity. It's coming off a play action pass though. We just got to connect on it, man.
Score predictions?
Let's get it, man. Drop those score predictions in the chat as well. Let us know how you feel this game is going to go, man. Do the good guys keep the good times rolling, or are we going to be walking away with rat droppings on our face from them rat birds?
You want it first?
I want you to get it first. See, that's what I'm talking about, man. All right, you want it first? I don't want anything first. You want it first? You want me to give it to you first? You going to pull it up again? Go do that? You know what I'm saying?
That's a you thing.
That's
you really,
not a me thing.
you
That's
went,
a football thing. It's pole. It's a pole. It's football, right?
Where's there a pole in football?
It's 2 poles that sit in the end zone. They spread open, and you want to put your ball in between it, right?
Yeah, the kicker's got to drill that.
See, he got to drill it up. And for the snap, he just need to spread his legs and throw it back, huh? Exactly. See how it sounds? Yeah. If you want to make it sound weird, it can sound super weird, man.
I think that's how you have to dial up some of those JMU ones that you're doing in the booth.
No, don't you do that to me, man. Look at that snapper. Just spread it open and just throw that thing on back. Whoo, baby. They pay big dollars for that some places. Yeah.
All right.
Prediction. Let's get it.
Ravens rivalry. Mm-hmm. You know what this is all about. Physical smash mouth football. And I don't think that really changes.
It better not.
The years change, but that doesn't change. The players change. But no, we know what Steelers Ravens is.
Know what time it is. Ratbird season. You know what we hunting today.
The Ravens are probably so thankful right now they don't have to see Big Ben.
Ooh.
He's not here anymore.
Ooh.
But you know who is?
Uh-oh. Dun dun.
KP8.
The upgrade.
No, don't say that. No. Don't say that. We just have a new guy. It's a different guy. A new guy.
He's just different.
Ultimately,
there it is. Let's go.
He's going to be able to deliver the goods too.
Facts.
Just like BR7.
Facts.
This is the game. I don't know how our rushing attack looks.
It don't matter.
I hope we commit to it. I hope we do get things going.
Mm-hmm.
But I think this one comes down to Pickett making some clutch plays.
You heard what he said, right?
His new nickname's going to be Kenny Ice, Kenny Clutch. Doesn't matter.
It don't matter.
He's going to deliver on some big-time throws, whether it's throughout the game, on third downs, or if it's the final drive.
It's that simple. 2-glove gun. Let's go, man. You know what he on.
Our defense will do really good against Tyler Huntley. I'm expecting turnovers.
Absolutely.
I'm expecting just a dominant performance. I think TJ is able to dig deep. We get a little vintage performance by him, even though he is a little banged up. We get a sack or two.
That TJ Watt
maybe
with
even
the
a
big
strip
boy
sack
kick.
or a fumble on one of their running backs.
Yeah.
I think the Steelers win.
What's up?
Boswell's back this week?
Strong possibility he'll be back
Yeah,
this
we got
week.
that inside scoop.
Strong possibility.
That doesn't really affect my prediction.
We still
going
can get it off either way. It don't
I think
matter.
we win by double digits.
What's
I think
up,
we
then?
win 20 to 10.
Then? 20 to 10? You heard what that man said? Playing on games? I like that. 20 to 10. I like that a lot, actually.
Is that your prediction?
No, this is a good prediction, though. I think that's a really good prediction, man. To me, it's tight. It's really tight. I do think it's back and forth, man. We should be in control the whole game. barring something stupid happening, they should not be able to have a ton of success offensively if it is Tyler Huntley playing, just because of how limited he is in certain areas. And at the same time, the things that we are able to do well, I do think is going to hurt him, just making him have to play faster. Man, when you're a rookie or when you're a young player, not a lot of experience, not a lot of football scene under your belt. I mean, this dude is still just getting more tape. Yeah, when you make those guys have to play faster, have to decide faster, at times they will make mistakes. And you watch him on tape, he makes mistakes even when he's not hurried. But that's because he's a young player. So I do feel like that will be a huge benefit for us. And from there, man, I think that we will be able to control the game enough to get us out of this thing. But yeah, I don't have us getting 20. I wish I did, though. But no, I have it ultimately probably going to go 17-10. I feel like we will be able to score once or twice. But I do feel like the field goals, yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be back and forth, one score. But for us, it's think Colts, Falcons, one score, in the sense that we never felt like we weren't in control. Even though we never felt like we were necessarily blowing either team out, right? But it was like, yeah, we just felt good. We felt like, hey,
but
whatever they're gonna do, yeah, because they're
one
still
mistake could
exactly, and we're gonna feel that pressure of we have to execute. But I think for us, we're not gonna feel like we can't do that. Whereas for Baltimore, it's going to feel at times like, man, they're climbing an insurmountable mountain right now because of what they're going to be asked to do. And I just don't think with Tyler Huntley that they're going to be able to do those things. So that is ultimately, like I said, why I have it, for us winning 17-10. But yeah, man, it'd be a good one. So
we're only off by 3 points.
I know. I was gonna say we're not far off at all, man. So with that being said, let's see what the chat has to say in terms of their score predictions.
A lot of people are saying this is Pickett's coming out party.
Uh-oh.
Pickett,
we getting
25 for 29, 3 touchdowns, 1 rushing. I don't know if that's one rushing included with the 3 touchdowns or that's an additional.
That's a lot of tutties, man.
4 total touchdowns.
It's a lot of tutties.
Mike Hood, 24-17 Steelers. Steve Brooks, 27-24 Good Guys. We got the Deke burner account saying hashtag Big Ken. He's also saying Kenny Ice, hashtag Kenny Ice. Well, that's something I said anyway. So the burner account's kind of on point with that. M. Marcus, 39, says 28-23 Steelers.
Okay.
John Doe, 24-19 Steelers. Nice little
get it.
Let's get it right there.
Mm-hmm.
Justin Aarons, 23-16.
My man Mike Hood calling for the defense to score this week. How you feeling?
Could have scored last week.
We definitely could have. Minka just decided to run it out. That's it.
Yeah.
Minka hunting a pick 6 though. Trust me, he's hunting it one.
That would have been nice on the resume. 2 for the season.
He's hunting it.
That would have been really nice.
He's hunting it.
He took the team first approach though.
If Huntley throw some of them throws like he was doing last week, all I'm saying is I think that Minka will be good again this week. Yeah.
Damon Brown, 39-10 Steelers. Woof. I'm loving that. That would be nice because there are some one-offs. It's happened in the past. Steelers Ravens. Been through for 5 touchdowns in the first half on Monday night.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah. Remember.
With the gold helmets.
Yeah. It happens, man. It happens.
I'd like something like that.
It happens.
It's
rare, but it can definitely happen, though.
It's happened with them doing it against us, too, unfortunately. But no, that's not happening. That's not happening in this one. There's no way. Tyler Huntley, there's just no way.
He's no Ryan Mallett.
It's either a close game. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm sorry.
Even at that, though, like they didn't blow us out.
They did it. Mike Wallace did.
Wow, I can't believe you had me saying this and talking about that game right now.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
Still a close game. Yeah, so no matter what, I'm thinking close game, either or we blow them out. Those are the 3 options for it. They're not blowing us out. There's no shot in hell. Michael Marar. Big game all around. 25-17 with Najee and a Pickens touchdown.
Okay.
Yeah, and actually, I was talking about Pickett coming up clutch, 3rd down play, big play, whatever it is. 1 or 2 is going to be the Pickens for sure. It's going to be like the Jets game. Like those type of catches.
Okay.
Knight Rider 16, 2017. Steelers in OT.
Get a little extra
Is
football.
that a Boswell game winner then?
Hey, man, I ain't tripping on a little OT now. In fact, you'll be happy to know this, Deke. So Gray is supposed to be pulling up to the game on Sunday. Lil
Nice.
G, he's been excited. He's been actually wanting to go to every game.
You ain't leaving at halftime then, right?
Oh, no. If he's pulling up, we in there.
Okay.
We locked in. Absolutely. That's the rule. It's like, if I'm bringing people with me, I'll stay for the whole time. If it's me by myself, man, I'm going to go back because, like, I'm going to kick it with Dom for a little bit, but then I'm coming back to the crib, man. You know, space talk and all that stuff.
Sure.
But G, this is the part that you'll be proud of, bro. So you've seen how we'll question him on quarterbacks, and he goes on to list and all that other stuff, right? Favorite players and everything like that. Well, he does like Lamar Jackson a lot, man. Okay? So I'm sitting here like, all right now, G. You've been talking about you want to go to this Ravens game, baby. It's Ravens week. Now, I need to know what your intent is. So this is how I set him up. I say, yo, G, Ravens game this week. Lamar Jackson isn't playing, though, more than likely because he's hurt. You
Wow.
still trying to go. I wanted to see what he was going to say. Now, if he would have said no because no Lamar, I might have had to have him sleep outside because I'm like, you're a Ravens fan. You can't stay in this house as a Ravens fan. That's not happening.
Closet Ravens fan.
Okay? But what he said was, Dad, I want to go anyways. I want to see the Steelers. We got Kenny Pickett and George Pickens. I was like, that's my boy. That's my boy. So he's not kicked out the house. He's actually going to
Good
get dinner
news.
tonight, so everything is good. But yeah, man, so I'm excited for him, man. I'm excited to see what it looks like. So if it is overtime, little man will enjoy it, and I'll be enjoying it as well.
What game did you go to last year? Was it the
It was
Titans
the cold one. Yeah.
It was either.
It was
I think
Titans
it
or
was.
Browns.
I think you're right. I
Yeah.
think it was the Titans.
It was cold out. Yeah,
This is a good one to
it
go
was
to,
awesome
though.
out there.
Is
Heck
this
yeah.
his first introduction to live Steelers Ravens?
Yeah, because he hasn't been there for that one. Not live. Yeah, because even when I was playing, he wouldn't come out there for that one because we always had them like late by the time then, like Christmas game stuff. So yeah, he wasn't there for none of that. Yeah, so it'd be good, man. It'd be fun
Dope.
times.
Good to hear.
Yeah, but I was glad he passed that test though. Don't ask him anything other than that though. If you start asking favorite players, you can have your heart hurt. That's all I'm saying, man. Just yeah. Well, actually no, because you rock with the blue and red, so you ain't tripping.
No. No.
You rock with the blue and red. You love the blue and red, man.
Just for America. Just for America. America's
Yeah.
red, white, and blue.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Nothing else. No way.
It sound good. Big animal guy. Big buffalo guy. Hey.
Never encountered one in my
Yeah.
life, actually.
You seen him in person though?
They might be fake animals. I've never seen it.
Nah. They're real.
You want to read any more of these? Official momentum. We got to get his score.
Yeah,
He says
get his.
28-14.
All right.
Okay, 4 touchdowns then.
I like it.
Steelers.
All right, and then Steelers Nation on fire. I'll wrap it with him. He says 1917 Steelers. So there we go.
What do you want to do next?
Okay. I'm gonna read off Jerry Ramos' comment because he says, "Moats, go Bills this week. Let's beat the Jets. Let's do it. We need to beat the Jets too, man. So let's do it. Let's go Buffalo." Wow. Yeah, the Bills make me wanna shout. Throw my hands up and shout. Throw my head back and shout. The Bills is done what's happening now. Saying you with me. Come on, baby. Hey. Do the Debbie dance. You can grit it to it. Let's go, Buffalo. Let's go, Buffalo. You can do everything to that. I tell you, bro. You can do every dance you want to do to that thing, man. Yeah. So, yeah. All good, man. We need them to win this week. That's why I'm rooting for them, right? We need them to win this week. So we might as well get on board. You even said that last week. You set the tone. You told us we need them to win. So I'm following suit. We need them to win again this week. Maybe I should have put my Bills City on again because it worked last week. It worked for us last week. Oh, man, I didn't even think about it. It worked for us last week, though. It did.
There's still time. I can entertain the show if you need to.
Should I space talk? Maybe on the space talk post game, I'll just throw the Bills hoodie on. They would lose it.
When is that game? That's actually kind of a big game. Did they move that in the 4 o'clock slot? Is that a Sunday night game?
No. It's not. It's not Sunday night. They got the Who has the game on Sunday night? Yeah.
Guys, they didn't move ours to the 4 o'clock slot. Steelers,
Yeah.
Ravens. We're on a little bit of a run. Ravens are 8-4.
Yeah.
1 o'clock for Jets Buffalo.
That's a good one though, man. So we need our Bills to win. That's what you're telling me. All right.
Not our, but It would be nice if the Bills win.
So we need our Bills to win.
There's no need. There's no.
We
would like the Bills to win.
our Bills to win.
Not ours, but just in general, for the Steelers' sake. Yes, if they could just kind of keep their thing going.
Well, I will make sure that I do my part to encourage them to be successful on Sunday. There we go.
Hey, give them a call or something.
Yeah,
let them know.
From what I've heard, they actually like when I put on my gear on the streams. They do like.
Who's that?
My connects up there. I'm still intertwined. I'm still very much in. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
They did. They DM you.
They call me. They text me. They email me.
Calls.
They was like, "Yo, pull up. What jam you coming to?" Like they're there, man. They keep me in tune. So it's like they let me know that they like when we support them winning like that, because that's what we needed for them to do last week. So it's all the same thing, man. Same thing.
They treat you better up there than here, huh?
Chill.
Is that what it is?
It's love everywhere. I get love everywhere, baby. I get love everywhere. I will say the amenities are a little bit better out there, though. Okay, but that's just difference of philosophies. But the amenities are You've seen the amenities there, Deke. You've seen the amenities in both locations, Deke.
Yeah, they treat you well, man.
You've seen the amenities in both locations, man. Yeah.
Giving out free jerseys, they're golf carting you around.
Hey, man, you just do what you want to do, man. So it's a vibe. It's a vibe. Yeah.
Box seats.
I mean, they gonna have you right, man. And those was like the step down, because we won't roll and all build out. It was like, we can't put you in the other one. We're going to put you over here then. Because you remember who we had.
It was me, Kevin, my
cousin. Yeah, shout out to Kev. But it was nuts, bro.
Maybe they should have isolated us more.
No, the problem was in that box, it was going to be like more buttoned up. Like, okay.
Yeah. Understood.
Yeah. So it was like they definitely couldn't have that type of thing for my man to be vouching. He's like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, that's a great idea. Don't do that, man. Don't do that at all. My crew, we are not mature enough for that. Do not do this. It will be an issue, I can assure you. So, yeah, man, everything went well, man.
What do we got next, then?
Oh, right. So, let's see.
6:30?
Yeah, we're good on 6:30. So, we still got topics on deck. Have we caught up on all supers? Let's catch up on the supers. Yeah, let's catch up on them, and then we'll move on to the next thing and go from there.
Works for me.
Yeah.
First one, DJ Trey Money. Moats, that hat is tough.
Shout out, man. I appreciate you. High Bar Apparel, man. Yeah. Local company, man. Shout out to drawing a blank on my man's name, but he is the cousin of Charlie Batch, man. Still his legend and big dog in the community as well, man. But yeah, man, these hats are pretty dope, man. So yeah, High Bar Apparel. Shout out to them, man. I know he's on IG, so check him out if you're looking for some cool hats, man. And I saw that guy Harrison also said that as well, man. So definitely appreciate you, man. All love, all love.
Simon Varndell. KP8 is one of the best QBs when he's blitzed. So bring it on. That is true. Like, literally, statistically, I think he's one of the best in the league right now. Steelers win 27-20. Let's go, Steelers. God bless. Hit the like button.
No, facts. It's funny, man, seeing how successful he's been versus the blitz. Also, when you saw Brock Purdy come in for the Niners, he was successful against it as well. And the thing, man, is this is beautiful about the blitz for young quarterbacks. It's the gift and it's the curse. The gift is it tells you where to go with the ball, because wherever that blitz is coming from, there's going to be a hole in the coverage. It's just on you to identify it. Now, some teams, they do a better job of disguising it pre-snap, post-snap, but if there's a blitz, it's no different why you didn't blitz Ben, you didn't blitz Brady, you don't blitz Manning, or Rodgers, because, like, man, if you're able to identify and you're telling this guy pre-snap where to go or where the open guy's going to be, they're just seeing it so fast and getting it out that it can hurt you more than it can help you. Now, that's the pros to it. The cons to it are when you're not able to read it and it confuses you while that pressure is coming and you don't see where it's coming from. You think it's here, you think it's this coverage, and now you're throwing it into a trap coverage. You're throwing it into an interception and things like that. But yeah, for Kenny, man, he's really done a good job of just taking his time with it, seeing the field, and just knowing where to go. That is a part of the high floor that he came into the league with. When you talk about him, just how long he played collegiately, it's like you see a ton of football. So you're going to have a certain level of maturity that does help in that vein. And for Kenny, man, I do think that has been one of the reasons why he's so, I guess, like, just so good at it at this stage in his career, where typically young guys usually struggle when you're having to speed it up.
That is it for the Super Chats then.
I like it then, man. I like it. All right, so I don't even know what the next topic is, but let's roll to it. Oh, it's that time. It's around the league. Talk a little what's going on with the goings on.
Keep people updated.
Come on, man. We got to have a little fun with it, man. A little diversification. You got to expand our portfolio.
Okay, I feel like this was the hottest topic. I actually have this marked in all caps.
Uh-oh. What we got?
I actually have a smiley emoji at the end of this. And I
Oh,
wrote it too.
okay.
Von Miller out for the season with an ACL.
Time out. You said you had a smiling emoji next to it? Are you really being a hater? Is that what we're doing, Deke? Why are we doing this, Deke?
I got it in bold and all caps.
That's crazy. It's pretty funny, but crazy. Yes. Okay. So talk to me.
I just did that to troll you.
Oh, that's all good.
We can't talk about it.
I figured it was going to come up, but no, we can talk about it.
We
though.
get an insider's opinion. What are they going to do? It's kind of a big deal.
No, so in all seriousness, man, it's multifaceted. It is a big deal, but at the same time, it's not as big as some people will try to make it. And this is what I mean by that. Von Miller leads the team in sacks, leads the team in QB hits. Von has been that guy up there. But also what Von has been able to do is show these younger dudes what it actually takes to play at this level, to have that quote-unquote dog in him, that championship caliber, because Von is coming over as a two-time champion, as a guy who's been a Super Bowl MVP. So with that, you look at how guys like Greg Russo has played. You look at how Shaq Lawson, AJ Epinesa has played since he's gotten there. Boogie Basham, all of those dudes' productivity has taken off. Ed Oliver on the interior part. And all of those names were there last year and the year before that. So they've already been getting that experience and that growth. Von was obviously the one that made it just like super abundance of talent, but they've done a good job over the past couple of years.
And
just
he's that
building.
type of dude you want in the playoffs.
Correct, because he rises to the occasion 100%. But this creates more so as an opportunity. I look at a guy like Gregory Rousseau, former first-round pick for them, and he's coming off of a really impressive game where he had a lot of success against the New England Patriots. He's a guy that has the length, has all the intangibles to be a dope pass rusher. You watch how he plays this year after having Von Miller around, and it's a way better version of him. So it's guys like him, Ed Oliver. I think that he's going to take his game to the next level. So like I said, for them, as long as they can still score with Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, they have enough on defense where they're still going to be able to operate like how they want to. Now, it's still a loss because it's Von Miller. Don't get it twisted. But it's not going to necessarily like derail or change anything drastically for them because of how they've been playing this year.
Probably in terms of expectations.
Yeah.
Yeah, because based off what you're saying right there, like they're going to go as Josh goes. Because
absolutely.
If the defense is leaky and they're giving up a bunch of points or something,
they're going to lean on him.
Yeah. But if the defense is stepping up and Josh is just like having a bad game and tossing him out of a game, then that like Josh is the guy.
Yes,
one way or another. Like
absolutely.
If he plays good, they should be in all these games. If he can come up clutch at the end of drives and whatnot.
What have they done the past 3 seasons? And that was been without Von. They've been to an AFC Championship game. They've taken the Chiefs to the wire multiple times, right? So they feel good where they're at, man. They beat the Chiefs before as well. You look at them in the regular season the past 2 years. They won over there. So they're not fearful of them. It's just one of them things where, yeah, this was going to be a key contributor for us. But, hey, he's not there. But the difference between how the Bills have it set up versus how we have it set up here in Pittsburgh, when we lost TJ, we were struggling. It's like, yo, who is the next guy? Who else do we have? Whereas in Buffalo, they already had players at those positions. It was just Von was the gross addition of talent that could really just kind of take them to that next level.
It was the luxury pickup.
Yeah, absolutely, it was. Absolutely. So that's the thing. It's like, man, they'll still be fine. But, yeah, who doesn't want to have Von Miller out there? So, yeah, it's Von Miller.
Next topic.
Let's do it.
Desmond Ridder to start for the Falcons.
I did
Marcus
see that.
Mariota
coming out of the bye. Yes. I get it and I don't get it because technically the Falcons are still in contention for their division, for the playoffs actually. But Marcus Mariota, man, he misses a lot. You saw how he was against us. Missed a ton. So Desmond Ridder, that's the young quarterback. We liked him. So it's gonna be exciting. We'll see what he look like. How you think he's gonna do?
I think he'll be fine. I think he'll be better than Mariota.
Yeah, because think about Mariota, man. if Mariota's accurate on one of them passes last week, it changed the outcome of the game. If he's accurate on two of these passes, changed the outcome of the game, changed the flow of the game. So for them, I could easily see why they would look at a Desmond Ridder on the bye week too, like we talked about.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, give him a week to just prepare, get ready. Then after that, all right, let's roll with this thing. And I think they said the reports were that he has been cooking as well in practice too. So it's not like
he was cooking in preseason.
Yeah, so it's not like they're just throwing him out there and he hasn't been looking good in practice. It's like, yo, he's been looking good, and now it's to the point where, yeah, if this guy is still limited in this offense, which Mariota clearly is with his misses, well, yeah, let's go ahead and make that transition.
It's funny you say they still have a chance because they do.
They do.
Somehow, some way. I was gonna say, nah, Brady and the Bucs, they'll figure it out because Brady had a couple of these game-winning drives.
Yeah.
But it's not like they're that many games out, and the Bucs literally struggled against the Saints again. Even though Brady is pulling these off at the end, it's still ugly as hell.
Everything coming down that stretch, I'm just like, yo, and I fell for it. You said I text you as soon as it happened. I'm like, oh, he's got it again still got it. But I'm like, you're right.
I almost blocked your number.
It's all good. I made sure to send it to you too. I was like, just so you know, TB12, all caps, that guy. Yeah.
Not my take.
That guy.
Not my take. But no, if they are, even if they're out of it or if they are still somehow in it a little bit, I just think at this point, you've seen enough from Mariota.
Yeah.
If you can get a little bit of what Desmond Ridder was giving you in the preseason and what he's maybe showing you in practice, should be an upgrade. Should give you a better chance to stay in it the rest of the way. Maybe give yourselves a chance to make the playoffs.
My only concern early on is going to be the decision making. And this is what we saw with Kenny. We saw this with Malik Reed. We've seen this with Tyler Huntley. We'll see this. I mean, a lot of young quarterbacks struggle with this. The thing that you lose when you switch from Mariota was going to make good decisions. He was going to make sure that he wasn't going to put the ball per se in harm's way. If it was a check with me at the line of scrimmage, he was going to have them right in that regard. It was just the execution after the fact. So you lose that element, but you obviously will get a better athlete in the sense of better touch passes, just a better version of a quarterback, at least we think. But we will see what that looks like. But that to me is the big difference, and I want to see how Desmond responds to that, because we saw it took Kenny some weeks to get this thing kind of buttoned up where now you're not having to worry about, is it a bad throw, a bad decision, or should this player have made the play? Like, you don't have to get with that because of where he's at now. I think with Desmond, he's going to be going through that process as well. So we'll see, man. If he don't turn the ball over, they'll be all right.
I'll be interested to see how much they run him.
Ooh.
I feel like he's a better passer than Mariota. So
I think
maybe
he's a better
they
passer.
do a little bit less of
runner,
those RPOs. He can be. I'm just wondering if they want to put him in that much harm's way.
See,
whereas
I
Mariota,
like
we always knew he was
action.
going to be the stopgap.
I like Desmond in like the play action element.
I don't think they got to do design runs for him like they did with Mariota. As much.
Yeah, I don't want to design a run. I want him like play action pass, let him drop back, let him see that field, move the pocket around for him. But like, that was the thing that I thought even at the Senior Bowl where he stood out the most was the play action pass, man. Like, that looked like his bread and butter in certain parts, man. So I'm like, man, run that. Y'all already do it. So yeah, run that, man.
I think it was a good decision for them. I think they should have done it earlier, but this is the time they do it. You're right, the bye, and their bye just so happens to be in, what is this, week 13 or 14?
Cheers. 13, yeah.
It's pretty late.
Yeah.
Next one.
No, excuse me. This is week 14. Last week was week 13. Yeah.
This is 14.
This is 14 right now.
We have 18 weeks.
18 weeks?
Yeah, week 14. Yeah, because we get 5 games left. 14.
Bro, well, I thought you were saying
15,
I thought you were starting
16,
like you were saying
17, 18.
I thought you were saying like we have 18 from now. So I was like, what do we have 18 weeks for? What?
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
You're just saying we have 18.
NFL.
Yeah, I'm with you on
That's maybe why we're thinking, like, why is there a bye week in week 14?
Yeah,
But that extra game has thrown some things off. Okay, next one. This is random, but I thought it was a good one. Jared Goff saying he's playing the best football of his career.
You seen him though? With the numbers looking like, because he low-key been putting up some, I didn't want some with them Lions now.
I did want to bring up the stats.
I've been winning with them Lions now, and they score. They score. They defense ain't worth a day going, but they could score, bro.
It's arguable right now. And I think the big case for why this makes sense for Goff to say this is he doesn't have a Sean McVay anymore.
I was gonna if the numbers are close, I'm going with Detroit.
He doesn't have the Rams system, and just remember even some of those Rams players.
He had
Gurley, he had some really good receivers.
Robert
Sean
Woods,
McVay,
Cooper Kupp. Who was the tight end they had out there? Oh my goodness.
Higbee. Oh, no,
it wasn't
no,
Higbee
no.
during
It
then,
wasn't.
though. It wasn't
You're
Higbee
right. It
then.
wasn't
Yeah.
him.
But they even had the tight end. It wasn't. Was it Gerald? No, it wasn't Everett.
It might have been Everett.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, but it was like he just had more talent out there. It was a different scene. Whereas Detroit, nobody thought that he would have success in Detroit. We thought it was one of the ones where Detroit is doing a fire sale, so they got rid of Stafford and they're just gonna take your crumbs. But Goff has been productive out there, man. He been putting up some numbers, man.
So what's crazy is his best touchdown interception ratio was in 2017. He made a Pro Bowl, 1.5%. He was
that
28
the year,
touchdowns, 7 picks.
No, was that the year the Rams went? No, the Rams didn't go in 17.
No, they went in like 19.
Yeah.
18 or 19. It was 18. But like the year was 19. You know how the year flips in January. Right. These last 2 years with the Lions, I don't think anyone would argue that 2021 season for Goff was better than 2022.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone would argue that. But he's had 1.6 and 1.7 touchdown to interception ratios. But this year, and this is what I'm talking about, comparing 2022 to 2021, he's actually starting to put up some big yards.
Mm-hmm.
He's slinging it out a little bit. So I think there's absolutely a case. Even though some of his numbers, just raw yardage-wise, are more gaudy with the Rams, I do think you consider he doesn't have McVay anymore.
That's a big difference, man.
He's with a defensive coach.
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't been set up for him to have success like that in Detroit, and he's like keeping them relevant. One could argue they have a 5-7 record right now. They could be 7-5. And I don't think that's necessarily on Goff.
But
Might
he's
be more
been
to
a
the
part of
defense.
them winning, though. Like, they're not winning in spite of him. Whereas when he was in L.A. at times, people would talk about it like he was so
McVay
limited.
is just throwing the plays into his ear, and he doesn't have to do all the pre-snap stuff.
Well, that still was accurate. I am not going to change that. That's very accurate. But he's grown a lot since then. Man.
So it's kind of a fair statement.
I like it. I can respect that, man.
Wonder if they're going to keep rolling with him.
That's the interesting part. Because what do you do if you're Detroit? You're not.
Detroit does just have a lot of misfits or guys that have been outcast. Jamal Williams, Goff. But Dan Campbell was probably in and of himself.
But
like
they
an
also
outcast.
have high-end draft picks because they're always picking in top 5, top 10.
They might not this. I mean, 5 and 7.
Yeah, this would be different. Because if they're not, then you probably have to stick with
Goff.
They're gonna unless you move.
They're gonna get that Rams pick this year.
Oh. And they over here talking about Baker might start tonight. Yeah, it's nonsense, bro. Mm-hmm.
They could do the whole draft the guy and just let him sit behind Goff for a year.
Yeah.
Part of me thinks Campbell's not going to do that. He's going to want him just like load up on the defense, take like a Will Anderson,
and I think he likes the
Hutchinson.
idea of winning with Goff in defense. I think he likes that. That's like his. I don't know. He kind of. I guess he gives me the vibes of Vrabel. Just. I feel like Vrabel's difference was he lucked into Derrick Henry and Tannehill developing at the same time and really taking off. Whereas when I look at Dan Campbell, I'm like, you're trying to put this physical thing out here. You're trying to be defense in certain areas, even though it's not to that same level of success. But when I look at their offense, I'm just like, you haven't found that just bell cow that makes your team unique just yet. Because you're trying to play defense, but it ain't enough just yet, man. But they got some pieces, though, man.
And you see they're starting to build the pieces on offense with the Jameson Williams, Amron St. Brown's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Their running backs aren't bad, but you're right. They almost need like a Derrick Henry type of dude.
Because
their O-line's pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, Penei Sewell's out there. Obviously, they got pieces, man. Like you said, offensively, defense, Aiden Hutchinson's out there. Like, they got players. But,
yeah, I could see Campbell with that Rams pick then taking like a Will Anderson, combining him with Hutchinson, and just locking in that way. All right, we got a couple more.
Let's do it.
Well, speaking of Baker, gets picked up by the Rams. Waivers. Warford last week, close game against the Seahawks, and it's up in the air whether or not Baker or Warford. How do you say his name? Warford?
Wofford? That's what I say. Wofford.
It's up in the air
John
who's
Wofford.
going to start because Wofford's dealing with a neck injury.
His neck, and him back.
What do you think of the Rams picking up Baker's waiver? And what do you think about him potentially starting tonight? If Wofford can't play, I guess you really have to go with Baker.
Yeah, if no Wofford or if Wofford doesn't finish the game, is Baker. Baker is going to be dressed. Baker
literally has to.
They said they are going to decide in warm-ups. This is nuts. This is nuts, bro. But yeah, if it's no Wofford, then obviously you roll Baker. But just full circle, my thoughts on the Rams putting the claim in for Baker. I like it. And I know people made a big deal about him not having other teams put a claim in. If another team puts a claim in, you're taking him and the contract with it. Like I said, I think he's going to get $1.4 million is what's remaining. So if a team didn't view Baker and felt like they wanted to even put that money in his pocket, that's why you don't put the claim in, because if he clears waivers, you can negotiate him and get him for whatever price. It could be a lot lower potentially. But the Rams, they just didn't want to deal with that. So it makes sense. You got your quarterback, Matthew Stafford, so you're not necessarily worried about long-term moving on from him. But is he worth a flyer when you say John Wofford's your backup, or you're looking at a scenario where it's a short week and you got injuries at quarterback? Stafford's been on and off hurt all season.
At least be a little exciting. Maybe that's what it comes down to.
I'm like,
at least be a little interesting.
Well, and I also think for Baker, I just wish it was more of an offseason move, because I do feel like this would be a dope scenario for him being paired up with a Sean McVay. Where has he had that at?
You're talking about as a backup, right?
He's being paired with Sean McVay. I just wish that he could have a full offseason just to be around it, to learn that offense, to just learn what he sees, because I still feel like Baker has talent in certain areas, but it's like, man, you clearly have been missing something. There has been a disconnect somewhere that's keeping you from elevating, improving, and living up to the draft status. So it's like, man, why not go to this? When we talked about Jameson, we said him going to Sean Payton.
I do think that's something Baker probably needs.
Yeah.
Just, hey, you're going to be a backup
Absolutely, man. And that's the part where it's like, I wish that he would just sit there and actually spend an offseason with it. I don't know if he's going to, because I don't know his temperament. It's hard to read Baker at times, but he's been chill. Yeah. But that's the thing for me. I'm just like, I think it would be a good situation for him just to stay out there and learn it regardless of what happens, because I think that could give him that resurgence. Very similar to what we're seeing with Trubisky right now, right? Where went to Chicago, didn't work out at the end. Obviously, he went to Buffalo, set for the year, and that gave him what? Opportunity to come here.
Just by not doing anything,
like,
his stock rose up.
Is that not the truth, though?
It happens. Same with
Jameis.
Jameis.
That not
all of a sudden he sat.
Come
and
on,
he became
man.
a starter.
I'm looking at Baker. I'm like, bro, that's what you need to do right now, because clearly the transition from Cleveland to Panthers was not it. Now, the Panther situation, that's not exclusively on you. Man, they firing head coach. It's a bad situation. So you went from a situation that maybe wasn't the best for you to a really bad situation, and now you're getting the stigma of, man, this 3 teams in a calendar year. It's not a good look. This is where you say to yourself, man, you sit here for a year, because who offensively are you going to go to that's going to have a better scenario for you? Is it Kansas City? Sure. But I personally think you got a better chance of playing behind Stafford than you do of playing behind Mahomes.
Just due to straight injury.
Just the injury, yeah. It's like Stafford's tough as heck, but he gets injured a lot.
Well, and that's not even this year. He was always injured up in Detroit.
Absolutely. But we would hire him because he would play. He's going to play, but he's going to get hurt a ton, so you're going to get more opportunities, whereas Mahomes doesn't miss a lot of football. So you're not going to go with Andy Reid. It's like, man, you got McVay right here. He's one of the best. We talk about his lineage. We talk about Zach Taylor and all these other coaches. Like, oh, why? Because he came from under this guy. Oh, he came from under this guy. It's like, man, you're with that dude right now. So that would be my recommendation. That's kind of how I look at it for him.
Yeah, Rams are done this year. At least maybe it brings some interest. Like, if he's playing tonight, isn't that more interesting of a game for Thursday Night Football?
I'm going to tune in for the beginning to see
literally
what's
off
up.
the couch here.
Yeah.
First time with the Rams. Has he even practiced with them yet? Going up against the Raiders?
Bro,
at least it's a little more interesting.
Bro, they said he had an install. He's confident. I said, boy, y'all better stop lying.
Like, it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of this year. Baker going to the Rams. Like, who cares?
Nobody.
Rams aren't doing anything. They're injured across. Like, Aaron Donald's not even playing.
Mm-hmm.
Cooper Kupp's out for the year. Stafford's out. Like, they're just done. This is just a bad year for them.
Yeah.
So, all right, whatever. Now, what's interesting is Wofford actually kept the Rams in the game last week against a good Seattle team. Mm-hmm. So I'm just interested. If it was all equal and Wofford was healthy, I think you just roll with Wofford.
If he wasn't going against Geno last week, he probably would have won. But it was Geno.
Yeah, Geno did clutch up. You got to give the credit.
They wrote him off. He ain't right back. He still ain't right back. I got rid of all my pens in the house. I ain't writing back nobody. Nope, can't do it.
It's just something to talk about. I guess maybe it makes things interesting for McVay for the rest of the year, too, where it's like, season's over. Can I turn around Baker a little bit? This is my next challenge.
I mean, I was about to say, who do you think would be easier to do that, Goff or Baker, in terms of how McVay was able to cook it up? Because they both was top talents, both were top picks.
I don't know. We already seen it with Goff, so my answer would be Goff.
Okay.
Baker's just been really on a bad run. And I know you talk about Panthers being a bad scenario, but it's even a worse bad look that P.J. Walker and, I mean, Sam Darnold just won too. Like, they've looked better than you in that system. And it's unfair to any quarterback down there. But still, he's been bad, man. Yeah. He's been bad. Last season with Cleveland, we thought it was more injury. Now with Carolina. Who knows? That's what I mean. This is a nice little project for McVay then. Maybe a little challenge.
This is also what I'm saying for Baker, bro. You gotta let it cool off a little bit, bro. It's getting hot. You don't want that stigma on you now. Nah, you only got about 1 or 2 opportunities. That's the roof. That's the reality of it, man.
Oh, for sure.
That's the reality of it, man.
A celebrity backup or a backup that's gonna be causing noise.
Seriously, bro. You got 1 or 2 more opportunities, man. Yeah.
We're at 6:11. We got picks still. I got like 1 or 2 more here. Actually, I got a few more, but I'll give the spiciest ones.
Let's do the spicy ones. Worst case.
Top 2 ones here?
Yeah, top 2. Give me top 2. Worst case by 20. By 6:20. Hard start on the picks.
Yeah. Fine. OBJ. Where's he going? Cowboys are hesitant now.
They said they didn't offer him, right?
There's concerns. Because OBJ is talking about being ready for the playoffs. Like he said, I'll be ready in like 5 or 6 weeks.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Does that concern you even more, like with per se the Bills?
Nah, it makes perfect sense to come to Buffalo.
You would like I'm saying for the Buffalo Bills to sign him.
So let me break it down. The reason why I still feel like it makes the perfect sense. The reason why I still feel like it makes the perfect sense for for Odell, regardless of if he's healthy today or in 5 weeks, is because of the role he's coming into. Him going to Buffalo is no different than like you talked about him going to the Rams last year, but even to a better extent because remember when he went to the Rams, they had Woods was already gone. You know what I mean? So it wasn't like he could just come in and be that technically third guy. He had to perform.
That was immediately, yeah.
It was, absolutely. So when I think of Buffalo, it's like, man, you got Diggs up there. You got Davis up there. You got Knox up there. You got guys that Josh is already confident and comfortable with. You don't have to go be the guy. You just got to be a part of this. But you're so talented that you're naturally going to emerge anyways. So the reason why I say it still fits and makes sense is if he does need more time, well, even when he's coming back, whenever that is, it's a lot easier to come in as a guy versus coming in and being the guy. And I just feel like in Dallas, they're still going to... Now, you got CD down there. Don't get it twisted. But
Gallup.
Odell is Odell. You hear how Jerry talks and sells it. Like, it's just not going to be the same. The expectations are going to be great for him. And they're going to have him out there really trying to, push to the limit when he's first coming back.
And maybe that's why they're hesitant.
Yeah. And when you're talking about the Giants, I mean, I like it for the storybook, but at the same time, if you're Odell, I would much rather play with Dak or Josh Allen than Daniel Jones right now.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, because I was listening on NFL Live or one of these football shows, that there's talks about Odell signing a multi-year deal.
Well, that's what the Cowboys I thought were going to offer him. And I thought that was why people were at least more optimistic about him signing there, whereas Buffalo and New York, I didn't see they were trying to do a multi-year, but the numbers have to at least be somewhat relevant or, well, no, not necessarily. Because I'm saying if you're not going to take the visit otherwise, but you still could take the visit if the numbers aren't all the way ironed out. So,
what do you think the best case scenario for him is? Should he just sit out the year?
To me, I still
because it could be a bad look if you sign somewhere and then you're just not doing anything.
Well, you still gonna be getting paid.
Your past, sure, but like your past performance or the last thing that we saw of you was the Super Bowl, which was awesome, as opposed to maybe doing a Le'Veon Bell type of thing where you sign somewhere, you're not featured, and then it just starts looking bad.
No, but the L Bell, it didn't start like that initially. He went to the Jets to be the guy.
No, I'm talking about when he started going like Chiefs, Ravens, and Bucks.
Odell to me isn't in that vein because at least Odell was a big reason why the Rams went to the Super Bowl.
I didn't think Bell was in that vein either.
It's
just all about how the team features him.
But how you ain't think that when he left
the
Jets, he didn't.
I thought he was going to play really good with the Chiefs, but they just didn't feature him. They didn't give him the rock.
And then by the time you get to the Tampa, it's like, bro, we didn't see you multiple locations now.
That's what I mean. Would it be better for Odell just to not sign anywhere?
But where have we seen him not ball like that?
Because potentially that could be a scenario. Well, just with you talking about the Bills, they already got guys, so maybe there is times in the playoffs where we don't need you on the field right now.
You don't need him. except for the 1 or 2 catches that he's going to give you where it's like, whoa. And then if he does get hot in the Super Bowl or the AFC Championship, that's all you need, and it's worth it. You don't need him for the whole year. He is a mercenary right now, man. You treat him like that. That's how I think of it. So I think for Odell, man, Buffalo makes the most sense, though.
So you think with Odell makes sense because this would just be 1 year deal, probably. Just if it is at Buffalo stage, or with the Giants.
I personally think it'd be a 1 year.
I do wonder if it could hurt his stock a little bit. That's all I'm saying.
But at the same time, could it hurt or could it help his stock if he goes?
Oh, for sure. I think there's I'm just saying. I think there's more risk reward if he does sign somewhere as opposed to him just sitting out and saying like, bro, let me try to get a multi-year deal in free agency, 2-3 years. I'll be fully healthy. We could go into the off season. He doesn't have to worry about stock up, stock down. How old is Odell right now, man? Let me guess. I'm saying 30. What's your guess?
No, I'm thinking the same. I think that's the
age. 29,
that's the age
but
that you don't want to be
around.
just sitting around. You know, you ain't trying
30.
to be, that ain't the age you just sitting out when you got opportunities to play, man.
The thing is, he brings up this 5-week window. I don't know how many teams are that eager.
I just told
for
you
2 or 3 games in the playoffs when the stakes are the highest.
Who did I just tell you? Who? Buffalo.
I get what you're saying, but again, that's not the Odell that we saw last in the Super Bowl. If it is like what you're talking about, he only gets a couple catches, but it helps the Bills.
Technically, that was the Odell that we saw in the Super Bowl. He got hurt.
No, but he's going off for like 100 that game.
You saw his last performance be a couple of catches, correct? You just said
he had like
that
60 yards and like a half. He was going off.
That's what Odell could do in a couple of catches, right? So you minimizing what he could do for a couple of catches, but then highlighting what he could do for a couple of catches. You catch my drift? You don't need him to be 10 targets. You only need a couple of catches, man. If he gets hot, great. But if not, that is still going to be enough because you're going to say, bro, Diggs went off for 120. Gabe Davis had 85. Odell still gave you 3 for 70, though. And he had a tutty. Man, you remember that big-time catch he had in the fourth quarter? Sheesh. And he just come back from a knee injury, too. That's how they're going to talk about that, man. And then don't let it be where they actually go to the Super Bowl.
It has to happen.
It has to.
It has to happen.
But if they go,
not, like
then they're going to praise him
down
on
a little bit.
Yeah, but if Odell can be the reason why, no different than Von. Von going to the Rams initially, stock was considered like, yo, you're starting to go downhill. You're not as productive. You're not as scary.
He had a season. He had like a second half of the season. This hasn't been done, has it? Something like this. Some dude just chilling the whole season, then hops on. I guess Eric Weddle last year, Rams.
Dang, I forgot.
He started.
Oh, you're right. Weddle did, but he had history out there. He was a Ram before.
Yeah,
it was different.
Yeah,
different organization or different regimes, but he was still out there before.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
And that was literally for only one game because he was gonna be retired again.
That was it.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, you're right, bro. Mike Mitch, low key. But he ain't.
With who?
It wasn't a whole year. He said for most of the year, they came back with Indy. The year they went to the playoffs. Yeah, that was what 2 years ago. Frank Wright was still out there. Yeah, that would have been. Was that 19? He was the 18 or 19. He set literally until
really?
It was like literally to like the last 4 games.
I didn't know this.
Bro, he even got Defensive Player of the Week for the league. It was like his second week back. Yeah, it was literally for like 4 or 5 games, and he ends up getting hurt in the first round of the playoffs. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he was one of them dudes. He set it was like 12 weeks he set, bro. Yeah. And then they signed him out there. And it was funny because now he's coaching out there still. And I'm just like, bro, you was only out there at the end of this thing and you just stuck with them. But I like it though for you. But yeah, it was really like right at the end of the season for him, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one. Oh man, there's some good ones here, man.
Let's do it, man.
I gotta pass on some good ones. Jimmy G. See, we talked Baker a little bit. It's probably more of like with the Jimmy G stuff. They're talking about him potentially coming back. It's a long shot.
Yeah.
He had to avoid surgery. So I guess the question is, did the 49ers miss out on trying to put a claim in on Baker? They're rolling with Purdy.
If Brock Purdy didn't play as well as he did in that type of situation, then I would say, yes, they did miss out. But because of how well he played, he looked confident, he looked comfortable, and he actually was playing against a good team. I mean, we talk about the Miami Dolphins. They've been winning a lot. They're a good team. But yeah, he looked confident out there. They tried to speed him up and blitz him, and that's why I referenced him when I was talking about Kenny Pickett, because that was his first opportunity, and he was not shying away from it. He statistically ended on a high note, but he played really well as well, man. So yeah, if he can keep doing it like that, I think he's fine. I think you roll with that.
I'm with you. I don't think Baker
Yeah.
has even played that good this year
That's what I'm
out in Carolina.
That's what I'm saying. Like that was like, that looked good. Yeah.
Knows the system.
He played fast. He played confident, man. And he got the talent around him.
I just don't know what their other options are really with the trade deadline being over.
Well, and the other issue is this. Whoever you bring in, it's not just are you upgrading that quarterback, it's how quickly can they pick up this offense running at a high level, because there's so much detail that goes into it, man. So even if Brock Purdy isn't as talented as somebody else that you might acquire in free agency or through, well, you can't trade right now, but through free agency, it's like, man, at least you got a guy that knows the system. He's going to know every shift. He's going to know every check. So you're not worrying about Christian McCaffrey still getting on this moving train and now having a quarterback that's getting on that moving train as well. It's like, no, we got some type of calmness to this. So yeah.
Yeah, Niners just kind of got unlucky with all this. First, Trey Lance goes down, which actually I think was a blessing in disguise. And then they start cooking with Jimmy G.
Yeah.
He goes down again. And now you're on your third stringer. And this is probably one of your better teams that you've had over these last couple years since the Super Bowl. Yeah. I think you just got to roll with Purdy. And then the interesting question for me then is, if you're winning, you're doing all right with Purdy, maybe you go on a 1 or 2 run in the playoffs, and Jimmy G's available. They're saying the time frame would be like the NFC Divisional or NFC Championship.
That's what it have to be, yeah.
Do you go with Jimmy G,
Why
or do you
wouldn't
stick
you?
with the hot hand?
Why wouldn't you go to Jimmy G?
Dude, if you're winning with Purdy though, and he's not killing you, like it's not like a limited
This
version.
is only a debate for you. You know how I feel. Okay, if this was Ben Roethlisberger, would you have Ben go out there? Would you?
But
exactly.
That's different.
How's it different?
Jimmy G ain't Big Ben.
Jimmy G is
Jimmy
a highly
G ain't
successful
Aaron
NFL.
Rodgers. Jimmy G ain't any of those dudes.
So why does he win so much then, man?
I'm just saying.
Why is he so successful?
Well, I'm saying
he's a good quarterback.
If
man.
Purdy wins, keeps winning, that means
cool.
he's winning. He's
Yeah.
doing the right things.
I mean, that's cool.
And I think it could be a version
cool,
of
man.
Jimmy G that
That's cool.
I don't think they're missing out on that much. If they're winning, if he's
all-
not killing him,
all
we're
I'm
gonna see.
saying
We're
is
gonna see. If he's not
Everybody
killing him,
talks about how easy it is to do what Jimmy G does.
we'll see.
But
This
yet,
is gonna be interesting.
No.
We'll see.
All I'm saying is everybody talks about how anybody could do what Jimmy G does, so replaceable. Oh, if it's the hot hand, this and that. Well, why hasn't anybody else had the type of success that Jimmy G has at these places? I haven't seen anybody else come to San Fran and do what Jimmy G has done. That's all I'm saying. It's been the same system in place. The same players been over there. Nobody do it the way that Jimmy G do it. So you can say what you want to say, bro. But until I see somebody do it as consistently as Jimmy does it,
But that's what I'm saying. Well,
We
Purdy's
haven't
gonna
seen
get
that,
5
bro.
games.
we're gonna see.
If it's bad
Yeah.
for 5 games, of course you throw Jimmy G in, and somehow they luck a win in the playoffs, and it's in spite or despite of Purdy. But if like Purdy's doing Jimmy G type of stuff,
I'm gonna pat Purdy on the back and say thank you for your service. Go back to the backup. Jimmy G is my quarterback, man.
all right, ready for these picks?
Let's do it, baby. Let's do it. That was good though, bro. We're gonna keep doing these things, man. I like that.
I had some other good ones.
I like that, man. I like
Titans
that.
fired GM day after losing to the Eagles, and AJ Brown goes off.
AJ got that man. AJ got that man job, bro. It's like that, man. You make that decision, bro. There's consequences to that, man.
Okay, we got 6 minutes, and
Yeah.
we got some super chats. You
Well,
want me to hit
let's
the
tune
super
in.
chats first, maybe?
We could breeze through the picks. That's not gonna take as long. I don't
Okay.
think. The supers we could spend a block on, because how many supers we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so we don't have a ton of supers, so we're good. But we just gotta go. Let's do it.
Rams at home tonight, +6.5. Oh, we don't even know the records. I just know I got worse from last week. I was down 13 games.
Yeah,
and
you lost. It was what?
now I'm probably down like 16.
You
or
only
17
won
games.
one last week. Yeah, you literally only won one last week. I actually.
Don't we can get it.
Okay, well, I'll text you later. Yeah, because you only won one last week.
we
That's
do the
just in case
Instagram
you didn't
post or
know,
whatever.
you only won one last week. Just in case you didn't know, you were 38. I was 38 and 25, and I won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because the only one I lost last week was the Commanders. Yeah.
Makes sense to me. I
Yeah.
know I wasn't having a good week.
So if I went 7,
Stop
and
keeping track after I think the 1
yeah.
o'clock.
So
games.
you got 26 wins total now. You're 26 in, let's see, 38 plus 7. Yeah. Yeah, about 45ish.
What jersey you want to?
Yeah, it's no. We got time, man. You're 26 and 45. I believe in you, man.
What jersey you looking for?
You gonna keep taking this thing one day at a time, man. One day at a time. So let's get our picks in. All right. I'm locked in.
Rams at home plus 6.5 against the Raiders.
I like the Raiders. Actually, I love the Raiders in this matchup, to be real.
I do too. I
Yeah.
don't want anything to do with the
I was going to say points. Yeah, I love it. Yep.
Giants at home plus 7 against the Eagles.
+7.
I'll go Eagles minus 7.
Yeah, I don't like that one all the way right now. We'll come back to that. I don't like that one all the way.
Bills at home against the Jets.
Run it up. I don't even care what the spread is. Run it up. What's up?
Minus 10. Jets plus 10.
It doesn't matter. Run it up. Let's go.
I will go Jets because
you're a hater.
my picks have been so bad.
No, you're doing this for the betterment of the team. Remember, you picked against Buffalo last week and it helped us out. So that's
Helped
what
out the
you're doing.
Steelers.
It helped us out. That's what we said.
The Steelers.
It helped
That's what I'm
us
going for.
out. That's what we just said. It helped us out, man.
I need more clarification on us
That's-
before I
this is
agree with
us.
you.
What you mean? It helped us out, man.
No, I'll go Jets plus 10.
Yeah.
Bengals minus 5.5 against the Browns. Bengals at home. Wow.
I roll with Cincy, man.
Yeah, I don't want to.
You ain't want
Pick
that.
the Browns.
I want them Browns, man. I'm good on them.
Browns do play the Bengals halfway decent, or they at least have been recently.
That's all. I feel like it's always on like Thursday night when they do it, though. It's always like that weird dark game. And you're like, bro, what is happening? What are we watching right now?
Yeah, I don't believe in
Yeah.
it like that. No way. Lions at home minus 2 against the Vikings.
Nah, I got to roll with captain. You know how I
Lions
feel.
are favored.
You know I'm rolling with the captain.
Oh
bro.
my God, sure. You know what? Goff says he's playing the best football of his career.
Actually, hold on. Is somebody hurt? That was.
I'll go Lions.
No, it's probably just because. It's probably just the matchup, man. It is a
Vikings
rivalry
have
though.
been
Technically,
winning a lot of close games.
They have been.
It's probably just DraftKings doesn't believe in them like that much.
Yeah.
Cowboys at home minus 17.5 against the Texans. Texans are going back to Davis Mills.
Why is?
Do you
the
want the Cowboys?
spread
I will do the 17.5 with Davis Mills.
You know why they're doing 17.5? Because of that fourth quarter versus the Colts. I can't stand that.
Their
bro.
defense
Like,
is really good.
No, but bro, that's 17.5, bro. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
I'll
man.
do the 17. Oh, the Cowboys are at home too.
17.5. It is 17.5.
You want the Texans?
No, I low key. I'm thinking about the 17.5. Can they overcome that?
I almost want to take it back.
Yeah, we'll come back. We can come back to that one. Unless you want to decide right now, man. How confident are you in your move? Like, are you setting?
I really need wins, so I will do it. Texans plus 17.5 if you want it.
I don't want it. Heck, it seems just not smart. We'll come back to that. It just seems not smart, man, for me to
Steelers,
take that.
Ravens. We both got Steelers.
Yeah, we're good on that.
Titans at home.
What's the spread anyways for our
We're minus 2.
okay.
Still favored.
Mm-hmm.
Titans at home minus 4 against the Jaguars.
You said -4?
Yeah.
Give me Jacksonville. I'll go Jacksonville.
Was that GM the scapegoat? Was that the motivation they need? Yeah, I'll go Titans -4 at home.
He said, was he the scapegoat?
I'll go Titans -4. Broncos at home +9 against the Chiefs. I am not betting the Broncos. Oh, they covered last week against the Ravens. I wanted that +8. You wouldn't take it. This is the Chiefs, though, now.
But they covered because Lamar got hurt. I feel like it's different if Lamar's playing, man.
Maybe.
Yeah.
They do play good defense, though. And it's not like Ravens have been putting up crazy numbers on offense, though.
So how
Like,
you
they
feel?
only beat
so
the
what's up
Panthers
then,
like
man?
13.
So what's up
3.
then? How you feeling then, man? You like Denver in this match? Is that what you telling me, man? If you like
This
Denver,
is the Chiefs.
if
Last
you
week was
like
the
Denver,
Ravens.
roll with Denver, man. Yeah.
Nope.
Don't be scared of Denver now.
No.
You sure?
No.
Okay.
Seahawks at home -4.5 against the Panthers. What?
I'm rolling with Gino. You know I'm down for that. If he's available, I'm rolling.
Yeah, I would do the same thing. So let's pass on that. 49ers at home. Brock Purdy. Favorites -3.5 against Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. Wow.
I'll roll with the Road Dogs. How you want to do it?
I'd go Buccaneers with the points. That's my preference.
Okay, so if
You're off the 49ers because no more Jimmy G?
No, that's the biggest reason. But I'll do this then. If you'll go Tampa, you said the spread is 4?
3.5 plus
3.5. Yeah, so 4 either way. So yeah, I'll roll San Fran.
Okay.
I'll do San Fran. Yeah, because I still like.
Was there a but? I thought there was going to be a deal.
No.
Okay.
I was just saying in general, like if you really want to go Tampa, I would do San Fran just so we can get another one on the table. And for me, I'm cool with it. And this is the simplest reason, right? Me and G, we was downstairs playing football yesterday, and they were doing the mic'd up from last week. They had Kevin Greenlaw. It was Greenlaw. He was up there on the mic'd up, and my man just talking smack, and he hit this one cat, fired on him. He said, "Yo, I'm a detonator. I was like, dang, yo, I ain't never heard nobody say that. I was like, yo, I got instantly hyped. I start walking around bumping into G. I'm a detonator. Boom! And we got crazy hype. So because of that, that is why I'm going with San Fran. So shout out to Greenlaw because I thought that was just a dope saying. I don't know why I hadn't heard that one before, but it was fire. So keep that thing rolling, man. That's why I'm rolling with you, man. So Dre Greenlaw, I called him Kevin. Forgive me for that. Dre Greenlaw, man. Yes, number 57. I know your number, okay? But you the one. All right, you the one. I was like Zynergy. I'm a detonator. So yeah, man.
2 more here. You know what? This one was another topic I wanted to bring up too. This is Chargers Dolphins Sunday night. A lot of controversy with these quarterbacks, or a lot of back and forth between who's better.
Because
Acho brings up the whole social media and says Justin Herbert's just a social media quarterback. Tua is better. You haven't heard this?
I didn't know he's a social media quarterback. No.
Just social, like people just
they
look at his highlights.
Yeah, he's a highlight guy. He has all the highlights. Yeah,
but he's still a damn good quarterback. Well, actually, because that was going to be my topic. Who are you taking? Franchise right now. Herbert versus Tua. It's Herbert. It's not even close in my opinion. Chargers receivers ain't the Dolphins receivers. I don't think Staley's half as good of a coach as McDaniels.
God, how are we
you put Herbert with the Dolphins. Come on. It's not even a question, dude.
I mean, I hear you.
I'm taking Herbert over too. It's not even a question.
Okay.
The people that just call Herbert a social media quarterback and
fake fans. Fake
news?
news?
I'm just saying.
It's fake news?
Yeah, it's definitely fake news, and you're just trying to get clicks.
You don't believe in Tua?
I still don't know if he's that good. He's better than I thought. He's better than I thought. He's not Justin Herbert. He's not Justin Herbert. And Justin Herbert's playing hurt this year.
Do you believe in Tua then? Is the answer a no?
In that Dolphin system, he's fine, but
do you
in general, no. What do you mean?
Yes and
what do you mean by this?
Do you?
He's good enough. I believe in him like I believe in Kirk Cousins.
Is he a product of the system, or is he a good quarterback?
He's solid.
To me, when I think of Kirk Cousins, Kirk has done this in Washington, and he's done this in Minnesota. He's not a product of any system. He's good, and he's doing this with a first-year head coach up there right now.
I think
in Minnesota.
I think Tua has a career in the NFL. He's like a top 20 quarterback.
So you're
top
saying
15
he's a system
ceiling.
guy. So he's system.
I don't know if it's necessarily ceiling, but
he's benefiting greatly from this system.
I think his numbers are inflated this year by the system. But I think in general, no matter what the system, he could be like a top 20 guy. You know.
You don't care for top 20
He's not Herbert.
Guys.
He's not Herbert, man. Come on. I'm not wrong on this. He ain't Herbert.
I just want to hear you say that you don't believe him. You trying to talk around it. That's all. If you don't believe in Tua, like when you ask me, Moats, do you believe in Tua? How many times I tell you, no, I don't believe in it.
He's better than what I thought.
Even when I saw him do things against Buffalo, I'm like, bro, I still don't believe it because I see the context in it. So I'm with you. Herbert is the better quarterback. I think that Herbert's team has let him down. And so I think Brandon Staley's aggressiveness has put their team in compromising positions. I think that they suffer from the same thing that the Bills suffer from at times. You get so enamored with how talented a quarterback is that it makes you arrogant in terms of how you call calls and what you think you can overcome. Because are you shocked when you see Justin Herbert get a 3rd and 18? No. Are you surprised if he gets a 3rd and 20? Are you surprised if he gets a 4th and 10 pickup?
No.
Because he's that good. But the problem is no different than what they experienced in Buffalo. You rely on it so much. And how many times we see Brandon Staley and you're like, bro, why are you don't go for it right here? Why are you're super aggressive for no reason right now? Because you have Superman, because you have this guy that can do all these things. So yeah, Herbert's definitely the better quarterback, but I do feel like down in Miami, the coaching is just it's balanced out a lot more. Like he's aggressive at times, but
I think he's just a good coach.
It's more buttoned up. Absolutely.
So that leaves the question: Chargers +3 at home against the Dolphins.
I'll take whoever you don't want to take. How about that?
Well, I just went on that Herbert spiel. Give me the +3.
All right, well, let's go with Tua. Okay.
Wow, I don't know who I want to win that game for the Steelers' sake.
See,
Probably the Chargers.
For me, I want the Chargers to win. For 100%, I want the Chargers to win.
Yeah, probably the Chargers.
That's good for us.
Because I feel like
that's good for
Chargers
us.
could get this game. I think they'd go to 7-6, but
and we need
they have a better
Dolphins to
chance of losing more
We want
for
a
the rest
little bit,
of the season.
We need a little bit more space with the Dolphins too, so we want them to lose. I'm with you.
Last one. Cardinals
Yeah.
at home +2 against the Patriots. Just an ugly game all around.
Cardinals, you said +2?
Yeah.
Where's the game at?
At Arizona. Former team. You want them?
Man.
I'll take the Patriots. This is a Kyler Murray 3-pick
you know
type
what?
of game.
You know what, man?
It
I'll
definitely
be throwing my Cardinals hoodie on soon. Then how about that? For all my non-trizzies out there, non-traded up one time. So yes, let's go with the Cardinals then, for old time's sake.
This is a Kyler Murray 2 or 3 pick.
I don't think I can't remember the last time I picked the Cardinals, man. But you're right. I got Cardinals gear. I walk by it every day. I'm just like, nah, I'm good. But you know what? They were big contributors to the 9-year Arthur Moats Fund and Arthur Moats Kids College Fund. So shout out to the Arizona Cardinals. Hey man, I ain't gonna forget you, hey man. I appreciate y'all. All right,
Steven. Okay, super chats. How we looking here? We're overtime, but I saw you texting.
let's go. Let's do it.
Steven says going to Penn Sabres tomorrow. Kenny with 2 touchdowns.
I like that, and that was actually a game that I was thinking about going to as well, because it had both my hockey teams. I promise, swear.
No.
That was the first hockey game I went to when I came to Pittsburgh. When I came to Pittsburgh, it was like, yo, I want to see my man, because the Buffalo Sabres coming to town versus the Pens.
Was that when they
my
had Ryan
mom's
Miller?
came? Yeah, it was
really good.
Miller, and they had Patrick Coletta. He was up there, so it was a cool little vibe, man. Had my mom's come through, so it was a dope situation.
Now you're
But that
taking
was
the
definitely.
Sabres too.
But no, but in hockey, it's always been the Pens because I was always a Sid fan. He was the only reason why I even thought hockey. Sidney Crosby, and for my folks back home, the Norfolk Admirals. That's like our AAA super small hockey team back there. But yeah, so I've always been with the Pens in that space. So you good?
Mike Hood, thinking next year in chat about next year's backup. Deke, what's the deal with Trubisky's contract and possibly Mason sticking as backup? Mason ain't sticking around. He's done after this year in terms of his contract. He ain't coming back. He's just
I would agree.
Trubisky's contract. Why'd I entertain that? And just I rolled with that. Trubisky.
I was like, yo, you call him Biscuit at the end of it, man.
It's what he says in the comment.
It is pretty catchy.
He has 1 year left, but I mean, we can cut him and we don't have to deal with that much of a cap hit. The dead cap space. It's like I think it's only like $1 million or $2 million. So we're probably gonna either trade him or cut him, is what I'm thinking, because that's what he's gonna want. And you know how Tomlin says we don't like hostages, we want volunteers.
I would agree. I definitely would agree with that.
That's the Trubisky path that I see. Sean McCartney, it's sad that a small, hopefully stays small, majority of fans are acting like Browns fans post Big Ben. True fans need to keep the culture alive.
Well, I think that's what we're trying to do over here, right? Especially you, because you're more like a true fan. Like
He's probably talking about people that wanted to tank. Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't do that here.
We don't do that. No, we don't.
828 style. Jimmy G gets his ring this year with Purdy start. Oh.
Hey. Well, you got to remember, he already has a ring. He's already Super Bowl winning champion. Super Bowl champion quarterback. We ain't tripping on that, baby. He's going to add to his hardware, is what you're
Wait, so did he just predict the 49ers winning the Super Bowl?
That's what it sounds like.
828 style. Come on, bro.
Yeah. You see,
Come on, bro.
He ain't no Steelers fan. He ain't no real fan.
Come on,
He
bro.
definitely ain't no Bills fan saying nothing like that. And two things before we end the show today, because we are very much over.
640.
Yeah, I do want to shout out a couple of things, man. First off, Brittany Griner officially back, man. So definitely want to shout her out, man, because that was craziness, that whole ordeal, man. I couldn't imagine what that could be like for her, but definitely glad that she is back. And the second thing, Deke.
What's up?
DD Smalls just sent me a text. He says that, we get emails from the fans. Shout out to y'all and everybody that sends us emails, whether it's through the website, arthurmoats.com, or when y'all email it to us at moatsiswinners@gmail.com. But Deke, somebody just emailed a picture of this. Can't make this up, bro. Okay. I'm just going to show everybody right here, man. Okay. This is what was just sent. What's going on, man?
Was that the Deke Burner account?
What's going on here? I thought y'all loved me, man. I thought we were better than this, man. This is crazy. It's crazy. Can y'all? I don't know if y'all can see it for the audio only crowd. Okay, for the audio only crowd.
That's funny.
I'm gonna have to make this bigger. Okay.
You might have to post it, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna post it. I will post it to the community page. We will make sure that we even find a place to put it on the website. You might not be able to see it all the way in the chat. Okay, I'm gonna do this one more time. One more time. Here we go.
Yeah, Melissa says can't see it. You definitely got to be able to see that.
All right, so
Yeah,
I did it again.
Everyone's laughing.
I did it again super close. But for the audio only crowd, it is the picture of that meme where you'll see the guy walking holding a young lady's hand and he's looking back at another chick like, woo, what's that over there? So the two pictures. The one is a young lady that I'm holding her hand and it says Steelers Podcast. The young lady that I'm looking at has a Buffalo Bills hat on. Yeah, with the logo. And they're saying I got the hottie eyes for the Bills instead of the Steelers in this podcast. So, the disrespect, all right? I can't believe I thought it was friends.
Who's disrespecting who?
I thought it was family. That's all I'm saying. I thought it was friends. I thought it was family here, all right? Well, y'all, technically, I'm still holding your hand, though, right? I can have it. One player once told me it don't matter where you get your appetite as long as you come home to eat. I don't agree with that statement, but that was what I was told once. So maybe
So are you
that's
saying the Steelers
here.
podcast has to have higher standards?
Maybe
We need to have more respect for
maybe
ourselves.
it's applying. Maybe like,
You're flirting too much with Buffalo. We're just looking the other way.
hey man, I'm just getting an appetite, but I'm coming home to eat. So it's all good. I don't live by that, but that was what was told to me, okay, D? That's what was told to me, okay? So, yeah. But either way, man, we do appreciate each and every one of y'all for being with us on today's show. Shout out to Jaylen Warren, man, spending some time with us today. Definitely check that out. And yeah, just once again, man, we really appreciate each and every one of y'all, man, for being with us today. So with that being said,
Oh, yeah, we had a Jaylen Warren interview.
Yeah.
Seemed like 3 days ago.
absolutely. It's been a heck of a show. It's been a heck of a show. But with that being said, man, y'all stay safe out there. Enjoy yourselves. If you're at the game and you see me, Deke, Dom, any of us, man, pull up, say what's happening, man. But as always, until next time, baby.
Peace.